Ladies and gentlemen, NBA Radio. Turn the motherfucking speakers to the max. You're now in the mix with the baddest out there in the game.
Everybody get naughty. Time like little money. Time like little money. Time like little money. Time like little money. Walking in the club, thank you so much love. See me on stage, tell that motherfucker love. Baby girl, get it low. Drop it to the floor. Pick it back up, baby, make that ass roll. Out of control. Got me saying whoa. Baby twerking on me, girl, you know how it go. In the drop, singing low. Take it to the moon. Baby, hop on it soon as the door close. I'm the one that you chose. Take it off my clothes. Pull out the camera phone. Wanna see you do the pose. Put your two video. Time to make it flip. Going for a brothers when I'm giving her the dick. Baby girl, you the shit. Girl like a party chick. Give a bad chick. Say fire like a arsonist. Baby, this a hit. Got another party list. Call me selling cars. Have to put you on the naughty list. Time they have a party. Time they have a party. Baby girl love it. Then she about to get naughty. Time they have a party. Time they have a party. Baby girl love it. Then she about to get naughty. Get naughty. Get the business, love it when I'm in it. Been around so it, that's her baby position. Living to the ball, living over in the sleep. Every working all night, we ain't about to go to sleep. Vibing to the beat, while I clap her cheeks. Baby girl screaming and she fucking up the sheets. She the beauty, I'm the beast. Eat her like a feast. Sweet cherry pie, baby, let me get a piece. Detroit got the dark, get it in the park. Under the stars on the hood of the car. She the prejudice, we up in the parking lot. Put up to the drive, leave us fucking low rock. They ain't have the bird moving to the drive-in. Treat it like a swimming pool, I'm about to dive in. It's a party over here, got me fucking vibing. Grab a naughty girl, yeah, I'm about to slide in. Time to have a party, girl. Time to have a party, girl. Baby girl, look at this, she about to get naughty, girl. Time to have a party, girl. Time to have a party, girl. Baby girl, look at this, she about to get naughty, get naughty. Baby girl, look at this, she about to get naughty. Get naughty over here, got you fucking vibing. Baby girl, love it, get naughty. Time to have a party. Time they have a party, time they have a party. Baby girl love it, then she about to get naughty. Time they have a party, time they have a party. Baby girl love it, then she about to get naughty. Get naughty, have a party, time they get naughty. Get naughty, have a party, time they get naughty. Get naughty, 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 naughty. Naughty over here, got me fucking vibing. Baby girl, love it, get naughty. Baby girl, love it, she about to get naughty. Party over here, got me fucking vibing. Baby girl, love it, get naughty. Baby girl, love it, get naughty.
What's good? What's good with it? Tuned in to GBA Radio. I am your host, The Real Slim Baller. Oh, snap. Look at that inside the chat. We got the first hater already. Let's bring him up. That guy needs some attention right there. He said that was stupid. Damn. What time is it? It's 11 in the morning. You started off with some hateful rhetoric already. It's good because our battery was feeling like we were going down anyway. We need that negativity. What other negativity they got? I know. Tell them to come on with some more negative shit. Right, we need that. Friday and that too. You know what it is? They ain't got no fucking weed. That's what it is. They ain't got nothing to smoke on. Cause you know a little smoke get them a long way and shit. You know. Right. What we getting into this evening? We could watch other people sit there and bicker at each other all night. You know. Right. It's usually the older folks right now. You know. They're watching one stream and then commenting on their stream while they got a co-host that's distracting the stream of what's really going on. That way, the one person is distracted because they gotta be like, "Well, they're talking about this," but then I see them over here in this conversation here, and then she's over here and start this chat while they're holding that conversation here, and it's like, right? We not a pioneer around it. Bam, we just made pictures on both. Right, we just made images on both of them. Hey, business opportunity, right? Be a fool not to capitalize. Feel me? I think I did pretty good on it. I think I did pretty good on it. You know, I'll let you see. You know, we trying to get the bomb squad right now. Trying to get the bomb squad. So you know, we got chocolate tie and her lady. You know, we got them in one image here. And, you know, we put them more into another one too. Also, know what I'm saying? That way they look more like, you know, some Charlie Angel, you know, Mission Impossible type is, you know what I'm saying? Right. The manager said we gotta work on the name, images, and licenses. So right, she gotta come with that paperwork, you know, validity. Right. Come with that paperwork. Hey, we don't have no problem. Right. We'll make your girl look the best of the best. Hurricane, salute to you, Brody. What's up with you? You on the way? You still at work? Damn, y'all still got a game going on? Y'all still got the game going on right now? Like, damn. What ending that shit on? Hey, what network is that on? Hey, if y'all missed it too, you know, on the mobile feed, we also had the verses in case you happen to miss it earlier when it was live. You know, we end up getting the invite to it about 30 minutes into it. You know, I forgot to check my email. It totally slipped my mind. But hey, we brought you the verses, right? BTK versus Pretty Ricky. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why I said, hey, y'all make stuff like that possible. You know what I'm saying? As we get bigger, we get more stuff. Like, bam, you ain't even got to be a super 1,000 plus channel to get offers like that. Right. We got all the channels that's like above 1,000 that's trying to figure out, damn, how are you getting sponsors? Right. How you getting sponsorships and stuff? You know what I'm saying? I told y'all a while ago, you know, sponsorship.so. It's like a whole guide on there. And it's like 18 steps. Simple. 18 steps of how to get you sponsorship. First thing you want to have is a press kit. What is your kit? What is your creation kit? What are you bringing? How can you summarize what you're doing that they would have asked you right on a sheet of paper? Summarize exactly what you're doing. Describe everything that you done did already up. Describe what your channel or whatever is. What your brand is. What your logo is. What your presentation is. Right. What kind of traffic do you have? That's some of the stuff some of these people are asking. You know, traffic streams, network reach, populist basis. For us, you know, in music, you know, like the site that I told y'all where I have my website is, every month I get my stuff put on the chart. They tell me where it's at. They'll tell me if it's in the top 100 or tell me if it's not. If it's not in the top 100, then it's like, that was a good attempt, but I know I could have did better. Right. Because hey, on that site, you know, you pay for submissions. You feel me? You pay for submission, you get cash back off your stuff. Got the distro kit, so you know that sends it on there, plus custom links. Just like how we showed you in the episode with the Shopify. Right, Shopify. How many of y'all been doing that so far? You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all been doing that so far? Hurricane, you might need to go back, get on that. You just dropped the album. Right? Put that album up on there. Let it work for you. You know what I'm saying? Let it work for you. Now you got a link that you can drop on your chat. And where bam, they can hit it straight there, and now you control your distribution of your product. Now you can make capital. Make enough, now you put it on distro or whatever. You know? That's how you know, independent style. Plus, there are all kinds of shit. All them drop shipping sites people been using and coming up on. I know people done came across it. They had to come across it. Like shit, this internet, if you use it properly and shit, there should never be a day where you can't profit, bro. You should never be able to not profit. That's why it's like, yo, I can only take you to the lake, point you to the stores right nearby, saying, hey, somebody done pissed in that water, but you still thirsty. There's some bottled water over here at the store, and you're saying, well, you know, I would if I could. And I'm like, well, shit, you know, it's that hold this sign right here for an hour, and we'll give you water for a month. Oh, man, you know, shit. That's a whole hour. Well, what were you going to do in the other meantime? Just sit there and just contemplate, rather you going to drink the water that somebody just pissed in? I don't know. It comes down to the state. The state. The state of like current day. Right. I remember when people said, oh man, there ain't enough jobs. Then there was jobs. Then everybody said, man, fuck that. I don't feel like doing that shit no more. Right, but there was still money there to be got. I thought the whole goal was to get money. Get up ahead. Right. It's when you get comfortable and shit, that's when you might well consider yourself dead. That's what they used to tell us in the Marine Corps. You get comfortable, you already did. Right. The moment you feel that you got some peace and shit, you did already. You just ain't realized it. And it made perfect sense out in theory. Right. I seen moments where it was nice and calm, and then somebody got their head blew the fuck off, and then all hell went loose real quick. Right. We engaged in this small armed fire against two fucking pickup trucks that done came and tried to flank us. My man that's supposed to be on the 50 cal, you know, he just got domed in his head. Somebody got to get up that bitch. Right. Me being the young guy, they expect my ass to be up there. You goddamn Skippy. I died my ass right inside the truck, wait a couple seconds and shit, pop my ass back up, and I'm busting back. You're damn right. That's actually how I got my first fucking award and shit. Right, my boy Scott, this motherfucker right beside us on the convoy, and he fucking pissing himself. That man pissing himself. I broke his nose and shit. I bust stroked that man 3 times. I felt like I was going to shit myself. Real shit, I felt like I was going to shit myself the way I was moving so fast and I was shaking the whole time and shit. And I seen this motherfucker already done empty the whole 30 magazine and shit, and they still moving around and shit. And this man right here ain't busted. Got it. Not a goddamn shot yet. I turned around and said, Scott, wake up. This motherfucker, Roki. Motherfucker. The sergeant right there said, what the fuck wrong with you? He freezing up. Well, get him back in check. Return fire. He goddamn right. And it would have looked bad on me because shit, before we went to our second deployment out the theater, you know, I was billeted as a sergeant, even though I was a corporal, but I was a combat instructor. Right. And even then, I was trying to get this motherfucker to not deploy with us on the deployment. Because his dad was an admiral in the Pentagon, he just whispers shit and it goes downhill. All right. I was like, man, this man is not fit for combat. All right. I tried to honk his ass so many times. Even when we were at the range, this motherfucker shot a pizza box. Right. Had to come back the week after the original shoot to requalify. And he unked like fucking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday, he barely passed by fucking 1 point. It was like, man, right. It's like he was intentionally trying to not go deployed. And the crazy shit is this motherfucker got kicked out while we were deployed. Right. He got caught by a fucking major and shit, getting railed in the fucking port of shit. Mm-hmm. Right. After you made it all this time, slipped through the cracks and shit. But don't get me wrong. Before they made it a whole big policy shit, bro, you seen the shit while you were in the service. I seen the shit while I was in the schoolhouse. Right after boot camp, that's when it all came to fruition. You get to school and shit, and you see that one dude, like, why the fuck you walking like that? Fucking PT gear all up his ass and shit. Bro, go change your fucking size and shit. Oh, you can't tell me what to do. What? I'll rank you. Right, go change your shit. Then you hear him bitch and moan during the run and shit. Oh, I don't know why I had to change my PT gear. Bitch, I'm leading the fucking PT. I hear all this bitch and moan grapes that y'all fucking hearing while we running this fucking 5 mile shit, bitch. The fuck? I'm moving up and down the goddamn fucking line. Come on. I excelled in the fucking school and physical shit. Right? I had to be that nigga. That nigga gets promoted. And I had bad leadership. When I got to the fleet, I had like 7 sergeants in my shop that weren't worth a damn. Weren't worth shit. Telling me to go do all this unnecessary shit while y'all sitting back ain't doing a goddamn thing. Then PFT come and shit where you get your scores. And my score is at the top of the company shit. And the top 5 and shit. So, you get up in that top 5, they look good. That shit look real good, cause shit. When it come time for you get promoted up, especially corporal and shit, I did NCO school, got corporal. Right, my captain showed up, did a whole fucking speech for me. Right, this was a German guy. You talking about a German dude. He already had like that sentiment of, like he don't really like niggas. Cause he gave all the black people in the shop all the unnecessary shit to do. So you can already tell right then and there. There was racism right inside the service. Right, then the staff sergeant we had, this motherfucker used to refer to us as monkeys. Right. Talk about hit that monkey run that you be doing at the end of the thing. You be moving so fast and shit. Like you just going through the jungle like Tarzan. Like, what? Did he just call me a fucking monkey? Then then we had the sergeant. He was a corporal at the time. I don't know how the fuck he got sergeant, but he used to sit there all the time, man. Mexican cat. He'll sit there and chime it on and shit. Arriba, arriba! Run, monkeys, run! Right, bro. I would intentionally run past this man. I called his ass good during the PFT break. Called his ass good. I came by the track. This motherfucker trying to reach out and grab my arm, talking about don't show me up. You're moving too fast. So on the way coming back, I passed him and shit. He doing a little roundabout. I just stick my leg out real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shined his ass up real good on that fucking pavement. Right, he didn't finish the run. He got medical. They never know. Right, they never know. It's already past that shit. Right, it felt good to get his ass. It was good to get his ass. Hey, I even got fighting with him one time and shit. I'm supposed to be the designated driver, driving you home from the club and shit. Y'all done called me at the barracks. All y'all drunk and shit. I got a small ass little car and shit. And you trying to get 5 heads up in that bitch. Hey, we did it. I I put that sergeant in the trunk. Right, had that sergeant in the trunk and shit. We laughing the whole time and shit, saying, "Yo, did you just put Sergeant Martinez's ass in the trunk?" I sure as fuck did. I sure as hell did. The corporal, they sat in the back seat, and my homeboy sat right in the front seat. Right, y'all sit back there, shit. Y'all want to ride? I already had to drive 38 minutes to get their ass anyway, and then nobody had gas money, yo. Right, we all get paid Friday. Nobody acting like they got gas money and shit. Like, damn, bro. Right, y'all got bigger pay than me, and you can't kick back from me waking out of my sleep, picking y'all ass up. I still got PT in the morning. And y'all coming through to inspect my room and shit. The sergeant wanted to be a dick about it. Cause I put him in the trunk. He canceled my liberty and shit that Friday. Right. And then tried to come back talking about reinspection. Canceled my shit that Saturday. They came back, canceled my shit that Sunday and shit. I was in the barracks the whole weekend. That Monday, I dusted his ass. Had that company running shit. And they were asking for the volunteers to jump out and shit, be the road guards. Right. I asked them shit. Can I hold the guide on? Right. Can I get the company guide on? Hell yeah. He tried to grab that shit from me like 3 times, couldn't catch me and shit. Oh, well, when you grab the guide on, you're the motor. You know, you're the motor. So you got your whole squadron. So our squadron was probably about like 2,000 something. So you take the guide on and you take what you call a victory rack. Right. You go around and you basically get to set the cadence between each squad and section inside the division. So you get to go through and set out your shit, and then they pick up off your shit, and then they're chanting your shit. Right. So, at that time, I was already, back from the first deployment and shit, already had Slim Ballin jumping off and shit. Right. So it was the perfect chance just to come through and try and freestyle shit out. Right. Everybody else already starting off with left, right, Leo. Low, right, Leo. Right. You get into your shit. Right. You come in, get in step with them real quick. About to kill some Hodges. About to kill some Hodges. About to kill some Hodges. Right, you just get them hyped up and shit, right? They get hype off of here and just go kill some Hodges. Right. My M16 is my favorite girl. Right. Loaded with my magazine, take over world. Right. And then somebody else is saying some shit. And then, you got the guide on, so you running all the way around, come back all the way up. Right, when you come around, you releasing the road guards. So now they can run back up to the formation, block the next, release the next. So then you come back up and then you go to the front, and then somebody supposed to take the guide on from you. Sometimes, you motivated where you just like, yeah, I done rocked this motherfucking squad, boy. Let me get that motherfucking lap in the second time. What, you ain't trying to grab this motherfucking? No, bet. I'm about to go again. Shit. Right, I get to run at my own pace. What you mean? Right. Hey, especially when it comes into where you go to the parade deck and shit. Go up to the squadron parade deck. Right. If you got the guide on, my boy, that's when you get to hit your marching movements and shit. Know what I'm saying? Right. You get to do marching movements and then hand it over to the company commander. And then he'll take it from you and then he'll pass it up to, the squad commander or colonel, and then he'll take it up to where the generals are right there. Well, on our base, I was at Cherry Point, so we had two-star Brigadier General Washington at the time, black brother, right? He used to hold workshops on the base and shit. I used to go to it when I was like my early days and shit. Yeah, bro. He used to do that legal shield. Put me on game right there. Right. Without me even having to do shit, I was already like a platinum fucking level person and shit and was getting paid. Getting paid. All I had to do was show up to meetings and shit. We meet down at the IHOP, buy everybody a meal and shit. Know what I'm saying? Pick up the bill. And then bam, he done signed me mad motherfuckers off the mill. Right. And then when them checks started coming through, like shit, they were looking good. You talking about being like a Lance Corporal making maybe about like 785 maybe every 2 weeks and shit, and then bringing in almost like an extra 1500 and shit on top of it, extra for not doing shit. Not doing shit. Pay the bill at the IHOP for maybe about a what, $100, $200, and he done signed the whole room, passed them down on to me, and then that bumps his status up and shit because I'm under him. Man, shit. Hey, I've been with the legal shit for some years, bro. I tell you that shit. They don't want me a lot of cases. You talk about workplace accident type shit, car accidents and shit. I can confirm to it. Like I don't. Hey, them people don't want me some shit. You talking about against like even my state labor board, right? They try to say that I never worked for a company ever when I had tax form, like 9 paychecks and shit. Though saying I never even cashed the paychecks because they were all free checks anyway. I went in the job every day like yo, free check, free checks. Right? Hey, horseplay, bro. Got ended off for horseplay. I'm on the line stacking the crates and shit. You talk about like 90 to 140-pound boxes and shit on the pallets and shit, probably about 6 high and shit. Then wrap that bitch off with the saran, load it onto the truck with a pitchfork. Right, I was doing all that shit because I came straight to them, you know? They were like, damn, so you already got a pitchfork certification and shit like that. You got all this and all that. Yeah, man. They were like, we see that you got a break in your employment history, though. Yeah, man, I was on the truck and shit, you know? Damn. Even after that job, shit, I went back on the truck until they said I couldn't truck no more to my else. Hey, anybody think about it, yo, truck is the way to go, especially women, especially women. Hey, if you can fight the urge and shit, shorty, after about like a month, you get used to it. I'm telling you, some of these truck shit, you got a nice little bed in the back of that motherfucker there, you know? I will tell you, hey, get rid of that fucking mattress first chance you get. Right. Go buy you a brand new one. Get you some shit with one of them body forming shits, cause hey, you gonna want it. Get you one of them big ass body size pillows to put against the wall so you got some cushion and shit back there. Right. Hey, make sure every stop you buy some Febreze. Right. Get you some Febreze. You don't want that. Hey, you gonna spend a lot of time in that cabinet. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna have the best choice of food to stop every chance you get. So, get used to being a little cold and running the heat same time. Cause shit, you don't want to bust ass and that odor stuck up in that cabin with you. I'm telling you. Woo! Man, I remember one time I was coming back up from South Carolina, man. I had to go to Ohio, man. I had this fucking south of the border fucking bean burrito. Oh my gosh, that motherfucker lit up. I think I made it all the way to Virginia, yo. You talking about like 400 miles before that fucking smell got the fuck out of there. Out of there. Yo, it ranked so bad, bro, that man, it ranked so bad that when I got to Ohio and shit, there was a couple lizards out there and shit, you know. Right, right. I am a single man, you know. So, there was a couple other like female truckers and shit. But it was like, yo, I couldn't take nobody back to my truck. Cause I was out bad because the smell was like terrifying. Even when I got the chance to stop, yo, I took like 2 showers before I went out and grabbed me a hot meal and shit. Know what I'm saying? Right. Even when I was in there, I had to do like a smell check before I got in there just to, make sure. Hey, I had fresh clothes that I was washing while I was getting showered and shit. So don't get me wrong. I had some fresh shit that was fresh out the shower going to dinner. You know? Yeah. Hey, cause every female truckers out there. They out there. They're very rare. Very rare. Especially if you find some that ain't married and shit too. She just like life on the road and shit. Right. That's some of them good encounters. Hey, some of them good encounters, I'm telling you. I done met some bad ones like that, boy. Whoo! Won't she try to take your heart away? She sure will. She sure will. right? Because it's only like, you start digging her a little bit. I know, but a relationship's so short, bro. You might got like 11 hours and shit, right? 11 hours, you don't work your way to it in about three, right? At dinner, it works fast. You put in your order, you got probably about 30, 40 minutes right there before the food come. I always try to get to a spot to where, it's always usually the opposite sex type shit. Right. So if I'm like trying to holler at a chick, I don't want no chick server at all. I want a dual server. That way he can try to shoot and fail miserably and shit, and it just makes me look even better. Right. Cause usually if I go, like, bro, I learned this shit young. Know what I'm saying? I had one of them moms and shit that wanted to make sure she was raising, like a gentleman in a way, and I wasn't just out here just mudding off all the chicks and just no regard for y'all and shit. You feel me? Right. So it was like, probably since like 12 and shit. My mom would always take me out on dates. Right. Or let me reverse that. No, I said it right. I said it right because, she had the wit. I had some money. But mom drive us there and shit. And we'll practice date shit. Right. You talk about she'll hold the shit out of you and shit. Right, till you start getting it right and shit. But it was always kind of weird at first. Cause mom would set me up on a date. Literally. It doesn't matter if we were at the casino, at a restaurant, my mom would set me up on a date. It would be always a blind date. Every single time. We're coming out there, and next thing you know, it's us eating, and the waiter sitting there, and I might have mentioned something, and she doesn't see my tail sign or whatever. And instead of me getting the chance to, break the ice, mom full progress shit. Like straight full progress shit. Like she would just put my intention out there and shit. Like, right. And then you see the chick just blush and shit. So she was obviously already feeling me and shit. And then I would usually get the phone number. Right. Hey, I do the same shit for my homeboys. Right. You call me on some sad shit. We going out to get some pancakes. Right. I'm about to take you to the IHOP. I know there's a lot of college girl work at the IHOP. Right. We about to rectify this situation right here. Right. Fuck you need to get you sacked for my boy. There's many of them out here. I'm gonna just take you to where I know you can probably guarantee you get some. Not saying you're gonna jump back in a new pond, but you at least can get an ear for conversation. Try not to mention the other chick too much to the new chick and shit, because it usually ruin it before you have a good lead. Right. Right. It usually works out like that. Same time, pancakes, waffles, shit. I put on for your team sometime, like a wellness check. Make sure everybody in your camp is working so everybody isn't dragging down the whole level of shit. Right. And I rely on my friends very heavily. My friends are there as like my main support system, you know? Right. They set me on this path, they back me. They go around town bumping my music, bumping y'all's music. You feel me? Right. Putting it out there. The branding, everything. My boy, he got the thing. He just showed me something where he about to do to his truck. And we just got stickers in, so we got the GBA radio right on the back of his truck. Right. Where can they find it? These platforms right now. It's been a good deal of the day to day, working on the SDK with Roku. So, we're trying to get that to where we're trying to get on TV now. Right. So instead of having to just go to YouTube, Kick, whatever platform, and just turn on your TV and bam, we there. Right. So even if we ain't live, we'll be live. Set that little reel up and stuff like that. Yeah. course, we'll still be live here. Yeah, yeah. This is the main production area. Everything else just trended off of it, you know. Anyway. Some beautiful ladies on the screen, yes indeed. The Bomb Squad. Yes indeed, them beautiful ladies. I don't know, out of all of them, hey, I like every single one. I do. I like every single one. I like all y'all. I like all y'all. It's just some of y'all are spoken for. Some of y'all are spoken for, so you know, I'm not you know, trying to take yours, you know, but some are, you know, spoken for. Right. So we ain't trying to take nobody's lady. Just for a good time, the way we do it, how we do it when we move with it. How we move with it, they just have to pay attention when it goes down. Also, Her Getting is out. Some of y'all might have missed it. It dropped yesterday. Her Getting is out. I believe it's on all platforms. Masterpiece from brother Hurricane JW, Detroit After Dark co-host, HHN Special Stories, Star Trek, Track Tales, and you know, after government, after YouTube broadcast, and, you know, right? He got a whole bunch going on over there. Hey, that's why I said we're like the curators of the art because if their channels go down, it's good that we got the works before it goes off, right? Because they ain't came out of the house, right? Miss Vonta, her channel constantly getting hit. You know, I don't know why, man. Why are y'all striking females for making seductive female type videos that really ain't? It's suggestive in a way when they put like the little moans and shit, but it's not. It's not like her stuff is playful at best. Like playful at best. Like we don't push the borders. Trust me, we don't push the borders. I don't forgot sometimes when I come out, you know, after I get my hair washed, you know, and I be forgetting sometimes that we were live, you know, before she does what she does when she here, doing what she do. Cause I'm pretty sure y'all done heard some shit. Right. I'm pretty sure I done clapped some goddamn cheeks and shit. Bust that motherfucker open while y'all might have heard the auditorium of it, boy. All I'm saying, they ain't hit my channel not once. Right. I know that was very suggestive. I even looked at the views. I said, God damn. Woo! Me in here waxing some ass and they can't even see it. But damn, that motherfucker's doing some goddamn numbers. Woo! That's why I'm like, shit, when females talking all kinds of like clitoris talk and shit and stuff like that, it's like, okay, I like that shit. Right. Give me the inner workings of what makes you get to where you need to get to. Right. Give me insight on your body a little more understanding than what I learned in health class and had to learn by experimenting these years, you know? Right. You want to give me game on some shit? I'm all for it. I ain't going to strike your channel, none of that. I'm going to be sitting there like, where my pad and pen at? Mm-hmm. She said, you touch this right here. And she acts like this, like, mm-hmm. Oh, I must have missed that part right there. Shit. Yeah. God damn. We're going to try this one out on the next one. Hey, even if I got to pay for a carton of cigarettes to get her over here, we about to put that into practice. Right, practical application. Right, I'm going to come back and whoever gave the advice, I'm going to be like, hey, hats off to you, lady. Hats off to you. Right, I didn't know I needed a tune-up class, know what I'm saying? Right. Before she used to whistle like Now she's like, you know, like, right. Oh shit. I know. See, you can talk about it, but you gotta know how to make it sort of comedic and shit. Keep it engaging, have the audience engaged in a way it's effective. Right. If it ain't in you, then it ain't there. You're gonna have to find somebody to write it for you in a way. You know, like for real, man. Like I even asked my homeboys yesterday and shit. Right. I asked them a simple shit and they bust out laughing. And I wasn't trying to give them no joke or nothing. I said, "Hey, bro, what do you think of me trying out for stand up?" And they went like a good 7 minutes, just like straight with it. I said, "That's good." Right? I was supposed. He was like, "Damn, Slim, you cool, man?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Job done." Right? Job done. Right? I got the response I was looking for. Right? I didn't really have to say nothing else after that point. But I had some shit written down. Yeah, I had some shit written down. Yeah. Cause hey, my homeboys, I told them shit, we can get this TV shit jumping off like it is. Shit, I'll put my boys on the spot. Hell yeah, I'll put them on the spot. They can crack whatever jokes they want and all that shit. We'll have them a whole show on that shit. However long they want to go every day. Right. Put your team on. At the same time, it's like, yo, videos, right? Videos and shit. That's why we made some of y'all dope visualizers and shit. That's why I said salute brother Hurricane, man. Right, we seen this thumbnail on his episode yesterday. That shit fit right there where he was talking about. Right, it looked like he was dimensionally shifting, and I'm glad that we had that already made for him. Right, just like for the visualizer. Right, man. As we get better and better and make more and more, we put it back in. I told y'all from the beginning, I said, yo, as I get back into this swing of things and stuff like that, you're going to see constant changes. Right, be ready for constant changes. Life changes. Life doesn't just say stay here. Remember when we started putting our music out, they said, "Oh man, that sound cool, Slim. That's like 2016 and shit." I said, "Okay, well just jump up the current day and shit and show them that we still got it, and then find the people that got the voices that's not getting the attention that they should be getting for real." Because somehow we give the bullshit the main attention factor for real. Right, we do. We do. We might troll and go to war, supposedly, against people and shit. But it's just to keep their ass in line. Somebody needs that modernization, the word you cut it and see through the bullshit, know how to read between the lines in their cipher code and talks. Right, because a lot of people will miss it. Like the concept right now is you say some shit, we react to your shit while you saying some shit. You see how that becomes confusing after a while, especially if you're not doing it the word it's coordinated. Of yo, you done? We're gonna talk about it. But since you talked about it, and we're gonna talk about it, you have to be cool with it, right? You can't come on as a distracting factor of what was talked about because you already done talked about it. You done ended your shit. Now it's their turn, right? If y'all trying to go tit for tat, where that right now is like tit tat, tit tat, tit tat, tit tat, tit tat, tit tat. Nobody know who right. The story all confused. The audience is like, is this real? All right. See, you can play off them dynamics like that. But how does it work out? How does it work out? Because still, even if they're partner, they're not even making that bread for the monetization. We've been called them out, told them put them numbers on the screen, put that price, that gross, right? Put that gross income on the screen. Come on. You had to make something. Had to make something. What they say, yo, I be getting paid off the cash apps and shit. I said, damn. We did the cash app with a couple of times, and the only time we really got paid off the cash app was because everybody wanted me to have a good Earth Strong. And even then, I took most of that bread and donated it to the charity anyway. I said, damn, it's so crazy they support on my birthday than when we're doing the charity any other time during the year. Right. I don't do it for the profit in my pockets. Right. We made almost $4,900, $4,915.18 off of that stream for my birthday. Right. All that shit got sent off between 4 charities. Everything except for the change, because I couldn't get the change off of the cash app, so it's still on the cash app with like 18 cents. Right, because at the end of the year, I have all them little letters that come in. Right, I like getting the little letters. Right, I think we did the March of Dimes like we usually did. We did coding for women. That's supposed to help women in like domestic abuse and shit get into coding, and right, get them like into software field. And then we did also I think it was Relay of Life and the John Hopkins. Yeah. I think I did like 3 donations to John Hopkins so far this year. We still got the run too. Right. We got the Ben's Red Swing Memorial Run jumping off. Yep. Right downtown at our the Salisbury Zoo. So we got that. So been working out for that. Right, right. Well man, yeah, bro, I run. I run. Fuck you mean? You didn't think I run? You don't see me biking like a motherfucker, right? When I'm on the bike, I try to go at least. Well, it was a minimum of like 11, but then when I talked with my boy, he said you have to double up on it if you're doing walking, and since because it's assisted by the chain and shit, so you're not really walking. So it's I try to do at least 11, over 11. Because if I'm walking, it's 5. You know what I'm saying? It comes out to about 5.1. So I'm at 5 miles and like 118 steps. You know what I'm saying? So biking, I'm hitting over the 11 miles because I got the little gauge thing. So, that measures pretty good. Yeah. But we got that charity event before we moved down to Florida. Yeah, man. It's a way of giving back and shit, bro. That's how you get your shit out. This year, I got my outfit being made and shit, coming out. Freaking, top and bottom and shit. GBA radio on that shit. My boy, he gonna have the flag up there with me and shit. Or a little banner. Then my other homeboy, he gonna run with the banner so they can hold it behind me and shit. Right. They gotta know, man. They gotta know we showing up in force. Right, hey. When I had the studio downtown and shit, we did it then. We get Money Crew with a Z at the end. Right, everybody else, hey, why not? Everybody else got their shit. Pohanka be out there, Sherman William be out there, Kia be out there, CarMax out there, Exotic Sounds, the custom install shop, they out there. New rod detailers, they be out there. Pepsi, Coke, they all out there. So why can't I put my shit out there? You feel me? Right. I want people. Hey, I got good populace of my town that done list that know what GBA radio is. See? My town know what GBA radio is. How they know? Booking appointments. Right. Them appointments we had at the PAC Center. Right, connected to the WBOC. News 47 station right down the street from me. Right. I told you I've been in key position for so many years, bro. And so many years, bro. Right. I done been on TV so many times, my local news and shit, from getting awards to my veteran service to promoting events and shit. You know, you gotta get that presence. Right. You can put out advertising all you want on the radio. Shit. You get a face on the TV and people see it, yo, it's going down, you know, such and such date here at the fountains and shit. You know, we got an all-star lineup with headliner DJ Tavon, you know, my cousin, and then DJ Turbo, my other little cousin, his best friend DJ Lamar, Slim Ballin, DJ Spence Boogie. You know what I'm saying? And then whoever's else on the card, the radio, they usually show up for events anyway, so you know that's a free DJ that's gonna be there anyway. You know, they gonna bring one of their guys on. DJ Rated R, you know, the young one. Or they might book my cousin so he'll get paid double. You know? Shit. DJ Tavon. Victorious Music. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why I said everybody in here learn from my cousin. Right, we all learned the game from my cousin and shit. Back in the day, he sold CDs off, and all them CDs turned platinum beats. Right, he sold them shits back off to Russell Simmons in the day. So it's like, you know, he had a chance to go industry one time. Even then, it was just like, you know, he didn't want to go that path. So it's like, yo, I always had like music somewhere in my family structure. Right. Me, I'm what they call the golden boy. They see me as getting further than everybody else and like almost everything that everybody don't strive. Right. When they were talking about doing streaming years ago and shit, I said, well, shit, you know, they quit. I kept going. Start building up my populace. That's good. Cause shit, when they got a venue, I can promote the event and shit, and then guess what? It shows us successful. Even if I'm not even on the card working that night, I still get paid. Right. Never knew I was a promoter. What was promoting? Never knew I was a rapper until I actually recorded 4 tracks and did some shows. Even then, I still didn't consider myself a rapper. Right. I might have had some balls here and there to support the song and made the beat, but it's your job to sell my shit. Right. Your job to sell my shit. I'm worried about the tickets. Right. What's the split? After we pay out everybody, what we bring it back? How much we put into it? Right. Hey, my first 4 shows, shit, they weren't nothing. They weren't nothing. You talking about doing like 4 shows and finally breaking even on the first show. Right. Talking about, damn, I like how this money come in, but god damn, we need something bigger. Hey, you got to use what you got too. You know, I had access to the VFW. I still got access to VFWs. Right. VFW can only hold about 300 people per fire crew. Right. When you start linking up and you start building some hype and shit, they see how you work underground. You know, you start getting spots like Club Secret, 3 DJs, population of about 1,500 per night. Right. You gotta sometimes work your way, you know, get frustrated and shit. And then you, even for me, it took me 3 years to get in Club Secret. My cousin like, yo, you should put some stuff out. Put some stuff out. Nah, man, it ain't good enough. Right. See, sometimes you limit your own success. Right. Hey, you learned that. What? Like, check this out. What's the point of having 10,000 beats and you don't let nobody hear none? Right. And then you know the shit is fire until you play it to somebody that said this is ass. Right. Then you're looking around like, damn, really? Damn. Well, that's their opinion. Hey, that's their opinion. Oh well. Can't take it personal. Right. You don't think I ain't got bad reviews on music? Shit. 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 I be lying to you if I said I haven't. Hey, I made a song that I thought was so hot and shit, and then I sent it all, paid for a sound control review of it and shit. And they came back and the whole panel of 13 people shit all over my shit. Shit all over. Said the man said that if somebody would buy the sound of somebody scratching nails on a chalkboard, that's the only hope that had. I said, not the scratching of nails on the chalkboard. Damn. Kill shot. Now remind you, I done paid $50 for this. That's why I said shit. This modern day shit nowadays is like, man, what? This is so easy. You tell me I can go and get somebody a couple dollars on a Cash App and get them to review a track, and they might not know nothing about nothing, but they'll review the track and give me an unbiased opinion and shit for the cheapo. What? Okay. I'm for it. I'm for it. I love when I pop over to these shows and they be like, yo, submit your music here and shit, and then hit the Cash App. What? What they need? 5, 10? What's the going rate 2026? About $10? That's about it, right? 5, 10? It should be. Any higher, it's like, damn, what's your base looking like? Right. We go over to Crank Lucas and shit, drop that motherfucking 25. Right. I go over to Crank Lucas, drop that 25. Shit, that song about to get heard by almost 1 million people. Right. That also gives me a clip that I'm gonna play back to my people, and then they're gonna say, damn, Slim had some shit playing on Crank Lucas. Oh shit. We know that, right? We know Crank Lucas. So what's Slim Ballin doing over there with Crank Lucas? Right? See, that's what the talking point is. That's what I'm paying for, the talking point. Cause my homies up in DC gonna say, yo, I just seen you on Crank Lucas and shit. I know. Shit, man, I see you out here still doing it, Slim. Shit, you gonna make me want to do music again. Ain't never too late. I tell them all the time, it's never too late. They see it in progress. Right, I got friends that are 40 plus. They talk about, oh man, it's too late and shit. I said, what you mean? I know a brother that had a dream and shit that's on it right now. That's on it right now. He's on his shit. Can't tell him nothing. He's out here moving and shaking and getting. I said, check out our channel and shit. Right, we just brought you the video the other day. Right, that was just one city according to bro. One city. He said he's doing every single city. So expect more to come down the pipe. And if you ain't already, man, check out our partner channels. Know what I'm saying? They are some must-watch content. Know what I'm saying? They can network, Overdose Music, Unwrap the Podcast, Duck Dripper Dive with Shy City Duck. Know what I'm saying? Nutty Birds, the NSL National Song League, Triple C's organization. The VZU, Liddy Guys organization versus Underground. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Nah, it is. Yeah. And then watch out for them Scambonians, man. Watch out for them Scambonians and shit, too. They out here. They out here, man. Movie about to be dropping soon and shit. The Adventure of Scambonian. I know his shit dropping before mine. I don't know how, bro. I don't know how. You just gotta scam it to the max. I be telling you put your speaker to the max, but hey, if you scam it to the max, you can get there too. Yeah, the Scambonian, man. The Scambonian. Back on its grind, 2026. The Adventures of the Greek God. Scambonian. Starring Scammed. Escambonian. Hey yo, I like how bro even on his video he got he got Mr. Wilson to give him the video drop. hmm Y'all didn't catch the news? Y'all didn't catch it? Oh man, what? We gotta bring it back. I didn't think we were gonna have to, but we can. We definitely can. We definitely can. Hey, I'm all for. I'm all for. Right, I'm all for it. Yeah, just in case they missed it earlier, we'll bring it back for them.
How much dick do these niggas try to swallow a trunk? How much they try to put in their mouth at one time?
Huh?
How much dick do these niggas try to put in Donald Trump? How much does Donald Trump dick do these niggas try to put in their mouth at one time?
See, I don't even know why you asking me no question like
Well,
that.
I've been noticing everybody
That's
got
crazy.
slob on their lips and they got sore throats like most hated. So I ain't know what I won my match. I get the bigger paycheck, and hell, why not take a shot at Michelle Obama while I'm up here?
Man, he beating up old people.
That shit was so random, nigga. I'm like, what the?
Yo,
Beating
man,
up old
it
people.
was.
He ain't even in the top 5 in his weight.
Do you know? Can anybody tell me? And this is not really political. It's just kind of a thought process. How much dick do these niggas try to swallow a trunk? How much they try to put in their mouth at one time? How much dick do these niggas try to swallow a trunk? How much they try to put in their mouth at one time? How much dick do these niggas try to swallow a trunk? How much they try to put in their mouth at one time?
Huh?
How much dick do these niggas try to put in Donald Trump? How much does Donald Trump dick do these niggas try to put in their mouth at one time?
See, I don't even know why you asking me no question like
Well,
that.
Huh?
How much dick do these niggas try to put in Donald Trump? How much does Donald Trump dick do these niggas try to put in their mouth at one time?
See, I don't even know why you asking me no question like
Well,
that.
Huh?
How much dick do these niggas try to put in Donald Trump? How much does Donald Trump dick do these niggas try to put in their mouth at one time?
See, I don't even know why you asking me no question like
Well,
that.
Huh?
How much dick do these niggas try to put in Donald Trump? How much does Donald Trump dick do these niggas try to put in their mouth at one time?
See, I don't even know why you asking me no question like
Well,
that.
Huh?
How much dick do these niggas try to put in Donald Trump? How much does Donald Trump dick do these niggas try to put in their mouth at one time?
See, I don't even know why you asking me no question like
Well,
that.
Huh?
How much dick do these niggas try to put in Donald Trump? How much does Donald Trump dick do these niggas try to put in their mouth at one time?
See, I don't even know why you asking me no question like that.
Well, I've been noticing everybody
That's
got
crazy.
slob on their lips and they.
Now, what baffled us, what baffled us about that now is that what we really doing in the middle of the night? Is that what we really doing? We're sitting on a panel with our homeboys and shit, and we're asking prideful language questions. Really? Like, really? You just asked 2 other men a question about sucking dick. What? Even as it went on, bro, like the one dude at the bottom, he just jumped off the camera, like turned this shit off, like, yo, I'm out of this bitch. Like, I can't participate in this. Right, I would have felt odd too. Even the other guy was like, right. He even made a flamingo fucking blush. That's what that was. Made a flamingo blush. Right, made a flamingo blush. And I could see if it was a woman on the panel and shit to try and give you a cushion, but it wasn't. It wasn't. And it got even worse. It got even worse before he said that. He had like the kid running around in the back of the camera and shit with like it looked like a shitty pull up on. No clothes and shit in the middle afternoon, you know, but or whatever time it was, but with a shitty pull up on. You could see it drooping down and shit like he just dropped the log in it, you know? Mm. Some people you can't help 'em. You can't. You can't. But hey, I'll be the dentist to you, Mr. Wilson. I definitely will. You know, when I pull up over there and shit, call my name out. You know my motherfucking name. Right? You know my motherfucking name. Hmm. And it was so crazy because even in the same fucking stream and shit, you try to take shots at the young boys. Right? Why you keep punching down on the young boys, man? Right, you threw a shot out there at motherfucking Liddy. You threw a shot out there at motherfucking Triple C and shit. Just speak fucking truth to what's going on, man. That man just kicked the whole motherfucking blacklist out of his fucking league because y'all just came off on some bullshit ass shit, and I backed his move on that shit. I would have did the same fucking shit. That was some snake ass shit. Right, y'all acting like y'all were too good at shit. And then you tried to talk on this shit when he tried to goat you and shit. Right, he tried to go the boy Logan. He tried to goat him to speak on the boy Triple C and shit. Trying to make it sound like his music was just like common mediocre type shit. Like about, oh well, is what I expected. You didn't know what you were getting into. You already said 5 minutes earlier, man. I was nervous as shit, man. I didn't know what he had in stock and shit. Until I started hearing the music, it was like, oh yeah, I got this. Even then, I only recorded 2 new songs and only used one. Come on. Then look, they said, well, did you at least get paid? He was like, psh, yeah. I said, oh man, hold on. Hold on. And I'm pretty sure every time there's an event that goes down that there is money that comes out. Check and believe I done checked in. Every time they do a versus and they saying it's a bag of shit, I done checked in. Hell yeah, I done checked in. Validity on shit, man. Cause if you check on it and shit and you bring it to somebody else, then guess what? They're more likely to join in and participate on your function. And now somebody else that ain't really in it is outside saying, yo, I checked that shit out. It's a go ahead. Now more people will come around and be like, shit, let me jump up in here and try my shot. Right, see? I don't even know the people per se. I build a relationship that's what they deliver to me. I jump in their call when you act a professional and shit. Hey, that's a professional individual. What you do when I lead the call and shit, if it comes back to me, then it comes back to me. A lot of people just bring shit back to me. Right. It's like where the news break nowadays. Somebody come off, hey yo, such and such and such. Bam, I got a clip on it. Okay, bam, we'll air it out. I tell you, hey, bring your bitch moan, broke complaints, hearsay, all that gossip, whatever. Bring that shit. Bring that shit, right? You want to bring the controversy, then stand on your shit. You need somebody to be there and be your big homie or whatever, play that position and shit for you to fire it off, then bring that ass up here. Right. I told you we invite the controversy and shit. They just don't want to come bring it. They don't want to come bring it. We shut that shit the fuck down. When people start seeing clips and shit on them and shit, that's when they start getting in their feelings and shit. It's like, what? We just started. Right. I thought you wanted to play. We're playing Saul right now. Right. We just set all the traps up just to show you a showcase of what's down the road. I don't know. Is it possible? Is it possible to use the internet to drive somebody else insane and shit? To an actual insane asylum? I don't know. We haven't really explored that aspect yet. We only just been throwing out like, whispers. Right. Whispers, like a small flame, they just figure, oh yeah, it'll go out. Then when they turned around, it was a raging fire and shit. That's what they found. That's what they found, because it's like, yo, anything that they come against me and try to say, they better come with facts. They don't come with facts, we're gonna eat that ass up. And if they come at the artists that we rock with and shit, we gonna stand for them. Hell yeah. The fuck part of my nation and shit. Right? I'm going to war for my camp. I'm going to war for my camp. Right. If they want to play with the internet, we'll play the internet with. You know? They really want to come outside and shit and touch green grass and shit. We down to find that out too. I love that. Right, it's summertime. Come on. We just got rid of all that fucking winter and shit. Oh, it's nice and warm out now. Southwest got some of the best rates going right now. Jet breeze is so overpopulated. But hey, Southwest, they'll take you wherever you want to go. hmm Greyhound take you wherever you want to go. Right, them rates is fucking cheap as shit right now. A lot of people, hey, a lot of people don't know what to do. They don't really know what to do when somebody that you've been talking shit to is right in front of your face. Right, their body saying to swing and shit, but they already done fucked up. Right, it's that little gnat that creeps up inside of you like, dun, dun, dun. Hey, they noticed like the whole day they've been feeling off their game and shit. It's like something been telling them. Doo-doo. Like Metal Gear Solid, like Hurricane would say, Metal Gear Solid. Right, the little pop up. Doo-doo. Right, you've been spotted. Had that little gauge, it's been going off all day. You done passed them like 10 times and shit. Uh-huh. Catch them later on. Uh-huh. What up with you, my boy? What's all that shit you been saying online? Huh? Oh, you were just playing, huh? Yeah, we don't be playing once you come off the internet, huh? Right. I told you I'll be outside 10 on it. 10 toes down with it and shit. Right. I like seeing caution tape and white chalk on sidewalks and shit. Right. I like seeing the inside of you come on the outside of you. That's what excites me. Right. Don't get me too excited now. Once I get excited, I just happen to see red and shit just happened to occur really fast and shit. I don't know how you got on the ground and shit. I don't know why you leaking red and shit. I'm just standing here and shit. Right. Who seen something? Nobody seen how you got to the ground and shit. Right. That's the folks I chill with. They deaf, dumb, and blind when they get asked questions and shit. You feel me? Right. My boy was just telling me the other day we need a road trip. I said, damn. That's the bad thing about a road trip is when you ain't got nobody out there that really wants to be popping some real shit. So you can really pull up and just be on your road trip and just beat a nigga ass. Right, I mean in every sense of the word, hit him with that beat a nigga ass. Woo, cause some people just need some of that good old beat a nigga ass type shit. Right, I'm talking about that old school beat you. Right, that old school beat you. Where I beat you, it ain't no shake hands afterwards. Nah, it ain't no we cool afterwards. Hell nah. You better not let me see your ass again. Right, cause it might go further than what this just went. Right. You know the ass whooping when you give it to somebody and you be talking the whole time like you giving them a life lesson. Every swing, stomp, kick, grab, poke, choke, leg sweep, whatever. You know, hey, I like my signature move. You know, take that motherfucking leg and slam them on that neck. You know, make sure they got that crick in their neck. You know you do it right because it's gonna bounce that skull off that motherfucking concrete, right? They always get up holding that neck and shit. Yeah. Right. Fuck the back. The back's your strongest part. I ain't worried about that. But that neck right there, oh yeah. Right. All you gotta do is bounce them off that neck. Right. Go ahead, grab that shit, apply some pressure right to it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Apply some pressure to it because it's already gonna get swollen. Apply that pressure so it's just right there and shit. Oh yeah. Control the head, control the body. What he gonna do? What he gonna do? He gonna throw an elbow back and try to elbow me and shit? That's the dumb thing for him to do. I'm a leg sweep you forward. You gonna bust your fucking face though. What they want to do when I pick you back up and shit? You gonna try and spit blood at me? Oh, that's the wrong decision right there. Now we gonna play some choking. Right, right. What you wearing? You got a t-shirt on? Oh yeah, we just gonna come behind your back and shit. You know, grab the back of your collar, use the bottom part of your back. You know, go ahead and put that horseshoe into your bottom part of your back, right where your lumbar support is. You know, apply some pressure there, and just pull your shirt back. You know, bend you back over me. Right, get down real low. You know, I want that to dig right there into it. You know, just let you know if you want to be stupid. I can either choke you out or I can go ahead and just fuck up. You know, go ahead and fuck up your spine. Oh, it ain't that hard. You know, I'll just give you a couple of strikes. At one of them, it's going to knock one of them supports out. Right. You lucky if you be able to walk again. Right. Hey, you just gotta let them know, man. You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know because some of them just want to know how far you'll go. Right. I let them know all the time and shit, bro. I don't really have no limitations, but I have imagination. And imagination, you can do a lot of shit, especially if you catch somebody that has a problem with you and shit, and you got a nice secluded space. Where you can make sure sound don't come out. Ooh, ooh. Right, that's the downfall of Windows. See it, less sound escape. Somebody said soundproof. We want a completely soundproof room. Yeah. Yo, you said you out in hold on, you out in Detroit, bro. So you got what you would call it? Y'all got what you would call it jumped off. Yeah, then y'all have a game there yesterday and shit, the Tigers versus the Astros. Y'all played against Houston. Hey, y'all up there. Y'all up there right now, according to the standings. Right. And standings right now, y'all up there and shit. You can you know, you need some big moves. Right? You need some fucking big moves. Right now, if you cannot lose, well, shit, y'all lost yesterday. So I know if y'all can win the next couple of joints, man. You have to win. Uh Man, shit. Man, y'all need some of that miracle in the outfield shit. For real. For real, man, y'all need some of that Miracle in the Outfield movie shit. I don't know. Y'all play again today. Y'all got games the rest of the week. Y'all play again today, man. Y'all gonna have to, y'all gonna have to do something totally different. Right. Hey, have you tried replacing one of your basemen for your pitcher? I'm just saying it's an idea. You change out one of your basemen and shit for your pitcher, bro. Don't get me wrong, cause y'all got some on your outfield and shit that can throw a ball. Right. The thing is that if you let them hit, you gotta be able to motherfucking control that shit. Keep that bitch in the park, get them outs. Pop that shit for fly balls. Right. The shit I seen today was like, bro, y'all gave him the fucking shit. Right. I done seen y'all pitcher do a lot better job than what he did today. I watched the game. Oh yeah, I watched the game. I got fucking money in this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some on y'all game later on today. Oh yeah. Y'all better win. I'm not known for taking too many losses, my boy. Right. Cause I'm actually betting against the server that I'm in on the bet, cause they're with the Astros. Straight through and through. They're with the Astros to win it on y'all. Right. So I'm going against the odds just because the pot is stacked like that. And I always like going for the underdog anyway. Hell yeah. That way when they pay me up my shit tomorrow night. You goddamn Skippy. Hell yeah. The 99 block. Hey, I'm gonna see how good the analytics is. Bro, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all might got it. You get you might. You might. Could be. Well, man, shit, you still got the Yankees next week. You got the Rangers. You got Oakland. You got the Phillies, the Angels, the Club. You got the Royals back to back. And then you take on my boy, the Orioles, later in the month. So right there, shit, if you can get, well, shit, you're going to have to win these three right here. You're going to have to beat the Yankees. Definitely beat Texas. You're going to have to guarantee to beat Oakland. If you can get those combos right there, y'all probably go up. Y'all probably go up in the next couple weeks. It'll bring y'all status up if y'all happen to pull through right now and don't fucking lose to the goddamn Angels. Or Astros, I mean. Huh? Well, they are number two, but shit, come on, y'all about to play. You're about to play 5 and 4, right? You're about to play 4, 3, and 5 right after y'all play them. So if y'all beat them, y'all gonna go in against the Yankees with full morale right there. That would give you full morale right there, because then you're taking on number one East team. All I'm saying? That's the path. That's the path y'all gonna have to go. Plus, some wins would definitely help boost your shit. Hey, that's if y'all trying to come out. That's if you're trying to come out as number one team, man. Right? If you're trying to come out as number one team. I don't know, man. Put something inside that Kool-Aid or something. You work in the stadium, man. Shit. They got all kinds of legal shit. Pump that shit inside the motherfucking Gatorade shit, right? Have your boys come out there feeling super good. Right, super good and shit. They just hitting the ball super hard in the day, you know? When they were running, he didn't even feel like he was running at all and shit. He just felt like he was on the cloud. Right. Hey, if it works one game, this shit, you know, hey, the commission ain't gonna check them for a good period of time and shit. You know, make sure it's something that gives them extra iron in, right? Extra iron or calcium in it. You know, there's a lot of shit that can pass them tracers nowadays. Mhm. I know, because of the internet and TV, you can find out how to make about anything. Literally, you can find out how to make about anything. For real. Except for somebody else. Just yet. I ain't figured that out just yet. Right, I want to make my ladies off my desktop. Right, but I would give them personality. I would teach them. Right, I would teach them to hate me, and then channel their hate to teach them love. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It would have to go that way, man. That's how it would develop free will on its own. Right. I would hate if she didn't chose me. Of course, I would hate if she didn't chose me, my creation and shit. Of course. Right, but shit, she got free will now. She can go out there and live her life. She might come back in 10 to me years later when I'm like down and shit, you know. Need my diaper or something changed, you know. So shit, let her go out there and get her skills up. I would have 7 of them though. Right, I would have 7 of them. Not the ones that I showed you earlier. I showed y'all them before. Right. Oceana, Alextica, right. Ericana. Right, that was the Japanese one. Right, the Japanese twin sisters and shit. Yeah. Gotta have a set of twins. Right, that's two different personalities right there. They ain't connected. They would just happen to be born like a second apart. Oh no, because one came out before the other one, the second faster. I can't. Right, the mom was a pro. She just said bloop bloop. Right when they said push, she was like bloop bloop. Am I done? Did I pass? They came and put an A on her shirt. Somebody came out from the side and shit with a sombrero and a whole fiesta shit on the side and shit. Publisher Clearinghouse comes in with a check. You won the grand prize. We've been trying to find you. Oh man! And then they like cut. Oh, wrong room. When life hits you unexpectedly. Huh. Right, see? If we were sponsored by Snickers, I would throw it the Snickers bar right there. I know I don't eat chocolate and stuff like that. Right, like Snickers. Right, see? But hey, you could possibly try it with Snickers. Right. Hurricane, there you go, Snicker commercial. Right, Snicker bar commercial. Put the hip hop element back on Snickers. Right. Have it look like you're planning a whole revolution until you eat the Snicker bar. Hey, it will work. It will work. We just need the right imagery. Feeling like today you're going to war. Kill them all, kill them all, kill them all, kill them all, kill them all. Right, you have to edit that whole part out. Get them all, 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 get them all. Dude, you're back at it again, man. Eat you one of these. Having one of them days, snack into a, you know? Right. You never know, bro. Hey, some people say, man, I'll never sell out and shit, man. Shit. How long you think that Snicker commercial will air? And then when it ain't airing here in the States, it's airing in a different country. The streams that come off of that. Right, that capital right there. Ain't you kind of go over to the other country? Ain't your final destination supposed to be the UK and shit? Right. We done did the math and shit, Right. You can get a flight to the UK for $3,785. Right, one way. Right. Let's figure out how to get that right there so we can send you over there. And then now that you're over there, you can blow up over there. Right? And then send me the music here. So now we got that international connection. Right. So then if you do come back to the States, and guess what? You already got it. Right. And you got the international front. Thinking, man. Thinking. See? It's coming together. Coming together. I heard you on the screen the other day. Yeah. Right. That's what I was saying. That's why your channel was a key factor. Key factor. I know how to jump through these hoops. Like shit, if you look at me, you can tell. If you don't look too hard, you can tell that I passed for one of them, man. I passed for one of them. Right. They look at me, I look like one of them. So they don't see me as a threat. Right. And said, look at him, he's educated. You know how to use his words, you know how to behave. Right, we ain't gotta worry about that boy. Ain't gotta worry about that boy. That's a good old boy. Right, he don't want to fall for his country and John. That's a good old boy. Right, he know how to pivot inside the line that we done drawn. Right, I know how to pivot inside the line you drawn when that curve constantly keeps swinging around the block and shit. Yeah, I know how to pioneer maneuver that. Right, that's why I sit back, study, analyze, evaluate before making commitments. Have I had deals? Yes, I had deals. I still got deals right now. They got time limits on it. I don't like the terms. So if I don't like the terms, I'm not signing nothing. Plus, I'm old fashioned. I know the art of the deal. You signed the X with the line. all this digital e-file type stuff. I'm pretty fluent with it, but shoot, you know, I like to look in your face before you try to screw me. Somebody say, "Oh, you got to put pause right there." Hey, I ain't never did no deal that involved my booty. Hell nah, that's not for sale. But shit, labor, exchange of goods, services, and shit. We'll go to work. Hell yeah. You want me to promo this for you? Bet I got you. You already know I'm on it. No more. Just like the Midwest Royalty Tour right now, man. Check out your Ticketmaster or Eventbrite for the next location, man. What city it is in the Midwest where it's going down. Right? It just went down on June. What was it? June the 6th. Right there, press play in Gary, Indiana. Right, old boy Quaalude and IKS and Twister showed up. Woo! Hood Hierarchy was in there with a United Front. Right, Uncle Beats. Salute you, man. That was a good movie you did for the bro. Good movie you did for the bro, man. Right. Good movie you did for him. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Off of a whim, bro. Off of a whim. And it was like everybody had the opportunity. Literally. Right. That's why I said check out our partners and shit. They facilitate and they be setting up these events. And all you gotta do is pop up. Literally. You think if I wasn't, man, you think once I don't get my grill up to par and shit, get up with an actual new stylist and stuff like that, that I ain't gonna try my hand on the spit? Or with a band, you don't think I ain't gonna jump into it when I see that it can be done? In some form, fashion, factor, it always can be done. Some might not believe it. I said, shit, you know, it was perfect coming across bro, because it's like, shit, we get to capture your life journey and shit. Showing you that you never too old, man. You never too old. You never old. Never too old. Anybody be watching WWE? John Cena was fucking 53. Hulk Hogan them were fucking 50 something. Vince McMahon fucking 50 something. Still out there, goddamn entertainer. Hey, I got my grandfather and Grandpa Joe, 115 and shit. This man still goes out and walks 5 miles. Got him a cane. Weather done fucked him up off the rain we had them last couple of days, but you know, he was out there on the trail today with the nurses right behind him and shit, little breathing machine and all that shit, getting his walk in. Right, that's why I was like, shit, you know what? He out there still getting. I can't get showed up. I can't get showed up. Come on, man. Hey, I can't let that old man outdo me. You know, he done seen some shit. Right, you know, he used to do segregation and all that shit, right? Time to time, he'll be telling you about the good old days. I'm like, well, shit, you know, Grandpa, that shit was your days, man. My days, you know, weren't like that. You know, in my town, shit, there was only like so many light skinned people up until like probably late 90s, right? White kids used to like love calling us niggas. I said that was cool. They got my hands nice. Right, I got my hands nice. Called me outside my name and I was in church too. Shit. Right. You ain't calling me a crap. Right. You stayed him with the philosophy excuse. He wasn't calling me a child of Christ. That's why I hit him. It said in the book, don't spare the rod. Just spoil the child. I was giving him the rod. Something was talking to me saying, beat him, beat him. Right, they used to think that I was being possessed. I said, shit. Why did it always sound like some kind of ringer was telling me, beat this man, beat this man? Right, like it was being glorified. Why did I feel like I was super energized when I was beating his ass? Right, I didn't feel down like I was being talked to by something evil and shit. I always seen something that was real bright nearby. Like it was praising me for doing the right thing. Right. And society don't see that shit. They're like, oh man, this motherfucker the problem. Mm-mm. He's a problem. He's gonna be a problem. We got to try and integrate him on shit. I remember when they put us in this club called the Gentlemen's Club. It was supposed to be showboat. That's what it was. I seen that as showboat. Right. You gotta dress different than everybody else to stay in school. Right. You showing up with a suit and tie on this shit with a jacket. Everybody else wearing basic shit. So you're already getting, sort of like Poindexter type fucking vibes, but shit. They said build confidence and shit. Like, okay. I remember the first time I came in with the suit and tie and somebody laughed and I came straight across, grabbed the ruler and cracked his ass and shit. They were like, that ain't how the program supposed to work and shit. But shit, I came back to school the next day and shit, right? Nobody was fucking laughing. Right. Teacher sat there the whole time like she was into me and shit. Right. See, all these teachers that get called on the news now, where the fuck were they at during my school days? Right, where's all you teachers that's out here wanting to fuck the shit out of your students? Where were you at during my school days? Like, damn, I needed some of y'all. I'm telling you, I needed some of y'all back in like middle school, high school. Like, god damn. I would have got it, man. Shit would have went so different and shit. I would have had some constant pussy. Hey, I'm telling you, a lot of shit would have went. I'm telling you, high school would have been so different and shit. Right, it wasn't until like the sophomore year, chicks started like wanting to experiment and shit. Right, you start getting like some right, you start getting it and shit. Right, but they were more giddy because like when our chicks were blooming, boy, they were blooming. Right, you talking about running through them. Woo! Man, I went to a sleepover and I think I hit like 3 that night. Right. And it was good. It was like so fucking good. Woo! Shit. Right. You talking about high fiving your homeboy and shit. Right. Having scream off contests and shit. Oh man. Oh man. Shit. I wonder if April was off. Oh shit. That's right. She at work already. Fuck. I know, she reminiscing on some good times, boy. Shit, she lucky she got work this weekend, boy. Shit. But like, girl, you gotta bring that down here tonight. I'm telling you. Right. I'm feeling extra giggly. Right. I know you trying to smoke. Right. You trying to smoke, drink some of this Henny and shit. Right. I might well get her to wash my hair, perfect way to get her to always get naked and shit. Right. Real shit, bro. How else is she gonna jump in there and wash my hair without getting her shit wet? She done tried it so many times and shit. Of trying to wash my hair and shit without getting wet and shit. And every time she always gotta strip down anyway. I know if I catch her before she gets out of there and gets back dressed and shit. Right. Once she jumps up in there and shit, I hit her with some of the shampoo and shit. She's like, oh, you plastic got me on here now. I gotta get on. Right. Let me see them curves and shit. I'm artist. inspection right here. Right. God damn, girl. He done built you extra special. Shit. Go ahead and just twirl real quick like a ballerina. God damn. Right. Give that thing a smack and watch it just vibrate for a couple seconds by itself and shit. Watch you go like, and look back like, oh, you about to start something? Shit. I definitely ain't about to be in there anytime soon if I do get started. Shit. You be like, see, you know I gotta go work and all that shit. I don't know why you didn't bring your son and just put him out on. You know, he could have put him right out on the couch and shit, know what I'm saying? Hey, hell, she already got the little phone app shit. Put the phone right up on the dresser right there, you know? You can still watch him. We'll hook it right into the TV. There you go. You got a bigger view. You can watch him while I watch you. Hey, I told you she done recently started fucking with the stripper pole and shit. Like she done felt like five. Like yo, she tried doing it the last time and she talking about she wanted the like she bought some of this fucking like the scented fucking oil shit. Talking about put the oil on her and shit and then turn the black light on and shit. And she gonna dance for me. And I'm telling her that shit right there ain't gonna work. Right, it wasn't gonna work. I said, yo, you gonna fall. She like, nah. So she puts the shit on. I put the oil on her and shit. So she ain't really putting it on her. But she go ahead and she does like the little thing where, you put the, sort of the crack between the pole when you drop it down and shit. You go ahead and you walk around and shit. Right? So she walk around it and she had went ahead and like slapped her ass. And as soon as she slapped her ass, inadvertently, I started laughing. And she thought I was being disrespectful. And I said, watch your step. And she went to go try to swing on the bitch and had the fucking oil on her hand and fucking lost one of her hands and fucking stumbled off the shit. Went a couple things, couple feet slid on the fucking ground and shit. And I just fucking let it loose. I just let it loose. I told her I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. She's like, wait, I'm not laughing. But you can't tell me that shit wasn't fucking funny. Right, she had a little bump on her little ass and shit, It was bruised a couple of days and shit. Shit, it was funny. I played her back off the camera that's in there, you know what I'm saying? I played it back for her. She laughs at it now. Right, I keep rewinding it back to the part where she falls off and slides. I said, look, you're flying. Right, you're flying. I told you. She's like, no, you didn't. I said, look, you can hear me right there telling you not to do it. Oh, man, y'all never see that shit. You'll never see. You'll just hear you'll just hear, oh, you'll never see it, though. Oh, no. Oh, man. Hey, all of them got at least a video of them falling off the pole. That's like Miss Candy when she came over for the stream that night. He said, "Oh, you got a stripper pole in here?" I said, "Yo, we're not going in there." Right. I told her we weren't going in there. She just kept pressing to want to go in my room so bad, bro. Right. I really wasn't trying to do shit with that woman. I really wasn't. Right. And that was like one of them studs that you just have right there that, secretly wants you and shit. And you've been like pushing them off for years and shit. Right. Just because she been bringing you other chicks and shit. So that's why you've been acting like you never had an interest in. Hey man, she showed up one night and shit with a fucking Inspector Gadget fucking gray trench coat that you would wear like with your uniform. I had gave it to her a long time ago. She came with that shit on, and she had her hair done up with all red and shit, Rihanna style and shit. Man, the words friend and shit went out the motherfucking window on that shit. Right, especially when she unbuttoned the first button of that motherfucking trench coat and shit, and the motherfucking biddies came right on out and shit, and I just been sitting there for a while and shit, like, God damn, boy, I'll just get a hold of them motherfuckers one good time. And she just grabbed my head and shit, and I was just like, oh yes, Candyland, here I come. Hell yeah. Had that chick squirming and all kinds of shit. I had her squirming all kinds of shit, making all kinds of noise just off the goddamn nip. Right, had them motherfuckers get super hard like gumdrops and shit. Right, she even squirted some milk in my mouth. Right. It caught her off guard and shit. She talking about, oh, you made me lactate and shit. Delicious. I was already cotton mouth anyway, shit. Can I have some more, please? Mm. Hey, between pillow girls and pregnant women. Whoo, y'all some of the sexiest ones out there. Hey, especially y'all pregnant women, boy. Ooh. I'm telling you. Hey, you got two goddamn, right, you got two of them pillows right there, girl. Junior's only gonna be drinking from one. Shit, share the love. For real, share the motherfucking love, shit. Right. Trying to change up the flavor sometimes, shit, you know? Hey. Hey. And she can make some Cambodian shit come out. I remember the day Chappelle drank the Cambodian breast milk. That man's a genius, man. Hey. Get the man his flowers and shit, know what I'm saying? You damn Skippy, man. Right. You know how they always be saying black excellent and shit, like on BT and shit. It's like, you have to state the fact when we already know the fact, like, you know? Right. But even then, it's like, even that outlet's like, they're not getting as big as they used to. You got stuff like Vivo that's, you know, if they ever moved to doing award shows for Vivo, then shit. You know how many artists come on? I find new artists daily just turning on Vivo. Right, I got like a whole list of pad and pen right next to my bed on my dresser. I turn it on to the morning wake up or the ATL lineup. And then hear what's going on like in Atlanta or who's on Vivo. And then I'll go back, check their backlog, like, damn. They've been out for this long and shit. What? Man, I need to update my list on some shit, right? Why I ain't got this in my list? Right. Feel like I'm behind on some shit. Right. That's why I be telling y'all, hey, we giving you the Vivo service and shit. It ain't costing you a goddamn thing. The free 99. You talk about the neighborhood hooker. Neighborhood hooker. And then some of y'all that follow me on social media, you done seen who I'm linked in with. I'm pretty sure y'all did y'all homework. Pretty sure you did your homework. Find out that, hey, he's the same cat that he is online. He ain't capping none of that. Bam, he do got these networks. Bam, he does got this base here, base here, base here, base here. And we get more and more bases because, hey, somebody tell me, yo, try this. Why not? Why not? Why not? You already tried it. Okay, bet. Even if you ain't tried it, I would think I wouldn't even really think down on you if you told me to try something that you didn't even try yourself. I would just look out and be like, damn, bro, this shit is awesome and shit. You should have did it. Right, right. Should have did it. Oh, who knows though? Who knows? Hey, but you know that we making noise out here anytime when we have people that want to be racist come back and want to do shows with us and shit. Nah, like real shit. Y'all sitting in the chat. That's why we addressed it, but we didn't entertain it. Bro came up and said, "Hey man, we gotta do a stream together." I said, "Damn, didn't we just do a whole discovery on you?" I don't think that's a good look. Even though we associate with the same people, I already done checked them out. They cool as shit. They never came off with that vibe. All right, them guys, we send our music over there to them. They rock out with it. Right? You talking about a whole bunch of country people and stuff that's doing like country rap. And most of them bring like OGs that don't work with some serious acts out there. Salute Muddy Reviews, B Millie, you know what I'm saying? Right, they some cool folks. Right. B Millie, he got my little pour up one song. Right, my little country joint that I was doing. Right, he got that banging on over there. He wants to go back and fix that shit up for me. Right, at first he didn't catch the concept, then he did. He said, "Oh, this is a drinking song." I say, "Yeah, I'm pouring up one, letting out all my woes. That's why I'm pouring up one, drinking down my woes. That's why I'm pouring up one. I figure everybody will relate and hold one up. You know what I'm saying? That's why we pouring one up. Right. Then remember the other one we did? Right. We did a little depression joint for him too. Right. Trying not to drown when I'm going off the lid. Right. I be talking to him, man. I be talking to him. Sometimes you got to incorporate the message inside of the music. Sometimes that way it has the message behind it. You never know. Somebody might pick it up somewhere down the line and say, "Oh snap! You know what? We want to use that for like a suicide prevention campaign or something." You never know, bro. You never know. Never know. And it's always the small stuff that you do sometimes that people just overlook. Right. They overlook. I know, like, we ain't a social person, like, we ain't a community activist, like, we ain't a First Amendment spokesperson and shit like that, you know? Right. 'Cause when my rights get violated, I hold motherfuckers accountable for it. It's damn Skippy. I done sued my city and the fucking police many times. Right, I done got like 3 police officers fired and shit. They think they got qualified immunity and shit. Okay, go ahead and violate my First Amendment rights and shit. Go ahead and detain me illegally and shit. Right. Go ahead, write on down and do a FOIA request, a POI request at the same time. Right, requesting general information. You're just still a public servant. Right, you work for the public. I pay taxes. You work for me. Right. I'm gonna get everything right. Your immunity's gonna go off. Your record's gonna come to me. I'm gonna find out who else you don't screwed over and shit. We're gonna get us a joint case on your ass. Yep. We're gonna. Hey, but we ain't gonna sue you. We're gonna sue your insurance provider. You know, right? So your premium goes up. We're gonna get paid on the back end and shit. And you're gonna learn a life lesson and shit. All right. All right. Attack the pocket. When you can't strike the person physically attack the pocket, that catch the attention. I make them correct quick. Because it decrease catch your attention quick. You don't believe so? Wake up in the morning and check your bank account and imagine you seen that shit saying all zeros and everything you had in that shit was gone. Now make sure you got a mirror or something nearby with your phone or whatever, and you have it on record when you do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you might need 2 phones. But catch your reaction and then play it back. Play it back to yourself. So you can see your actual reaction. And when you see your actual reaction, showing how you were acting in that moment of that hypothetical, now you're being one with yourself. And now you got the options of seeing it right there in real time, or you can just dismiss the fact and say, oh, yeah, I didn't act like that. The phone done lied on me and shit. That's the thing with the camera. It doesn't lie. It just captures and records everything. So then you can play it back. So then you can hear who said what and when they said it. And then you got a timestamp on it. Then you got clips that you can make off of it. You can make a whole parody off the whole thing because most of the time it's so nutty and screwy. It's like listening to a cartoon. Right. You just need to be the graphic animator to find what parts is useful to put together the whole storyboard if there's even a narration to even be had from the tomfoolery that goes on. We said and said, oh man, look at the older folks. You get on the technology and shit and look how they start falling apart. Not all of them, just some of them. But they guarding their views. Right, they got the garden of views. Right, but you don't want to come at neither one with shots and shit because none of them want to go to war. Everybody think they ready for war until they actually go to war. Because they might think it's just some words and exchanges and pictures and stuff like that going back and forth. No. I mean actual war. I'm talking about like, yo, you and all your people can no longer be on this map. I'm talking about erasure. All kinds of imaginary things jumping off inside of basements where your voice will never be heard from again. Hey, I guarantee I'll be the last face that you see, though. I won't let you leave out alone. You know, you can wait for me. Right, you can wait for me playing all the torturous shit you want to do. Right, we all got to check into hell anyway. So you can plan all your shit you're going to try and do anyway. Just know when I come back down there, the roles going to be reversed and we'll just resume where we left off here on this mortal plane. I know, but there'll be no restriction to inhibit my decisions at that point, see? Right? Hey, Uncle Sam told us, hey, during the see, some people think that when you go to boot camp and shit in the Marines, that it's not a transformationary or process of you becoming something totally different because it actually is. It actually is. It's a unbelievable process. You go from being the regular person that's undisciplined to being less than a piece of shit on the sidewalk. Even a sand flea has more purpose than what you are. You are basically nothing. Then you're being built back up, but you're not being built back up in the manner of what you would think. You're being built back up in something of an idea, a creation, a concept, something that has lineage, something that has legacy to it, something that's set for to push yourself to achieve it. Right now, you're going into old world terminology. Right, you're going in to achieve honor. You know what I'm saying? Honor, foundationary type stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get honor. That means that you're going to carry on. That's what most of the people back in the days, the conquerors and stuff, it was always the goal to have your name live on. Right? I done seen that. I said, well, shoot. I got Dennis Roki to where when he's going, he leaves out of this world with a 21 gun salute, honor, flag floating, a whole ceremony. Right. That means even as Slim Ballin makes it big time or not, guess what? Slim Ballin still got honor to go out of the world with. Look at that motherfucking shit. I mean, people can say that they got motherfuckers that will bust shots for them when they gone. But they finally not even gonna be really sitting there. Right, I told them, you better suck them bitch ass tears the fuck up. You better not shed none on the ground where I'm gonna be at. You better not. You better cry every goddamn day that I'm here living. And it's crazy because it was like my mom did that shit almost every day. Right. And it was just right when everything clicked off and shit. And she seen me on the right pathway and shit. She had to leave too early. Right. Ha! Give her a moment. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Yep. Her birthday coming up soon, right? We're gonna do a little shake it, turn up for her, earth going, for time and memory on this earth, a year that we do every year. So, we be doing like my mom little memorial type celebrations joint on the 19th of July. Right. But it ain't no sad occasion. It ain't no sad occasion. Heck no, it's gonna be a turn up. Right. She gonna be up there dancing and shit. I wanted to rain that day. That way she know that she done heard it. Right. They up there turning up so much that we got us some rain on a hot ass day. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a hot ass day, so we might need that rain, Hey, Creator, what you say? You won't give us more than what we can bear. You goddamn Skippy, man. I hold you to them. I hold you to that. You're darn right. Heck yeah, man. Coming live from the padded room. Where we got you bouncing off the wall, left, right, up, down, going stir crazy. Got your lady walking on the ceiling. Watch out for the corner over there, The shadow lady, she known for sucking the soul out of you. You know what I'm saying? Coming from live, still 37. My boy Grim Kilo, he passed out. He over in cell 38, You gotta catch us on Friday in the middle of the day. We got the roast races going on and junk, Right. Hey, the last person came over trying to go mess with the shadow lady. I told you. She might look banging that shit, but she will suck the soul out you. We ain't gonna tell you next time you come over and she got you. When you start turning blue like that, we ain't gonna pull you back next time. Right, you wanted to go over there and try to be pervy and shit. And she said, come here. Right. I told you she sucked the soul out you. It didn't take long. Right. You weren't even over there 15 seconds and we had to go grab up the Ghostbuster gun and pull his ass back. You remember that? Hey. Right. You said which one? Damn, which one is it? What then? What was there another one before the other one? I'm only aware of 2 Ghostbusters. That's what I know. I only know the 2 Ghostbusters. Is there a third one? Well, let me look this up. I'm always down for some knowledge. Let me see. How many Ghostbusters? So there's five. Yeah, there's five Ghostbuster movies. Yeah, you told me three, and I knew the old school one from I think back in the 80s, and then I knew the new one. Well, the one that, well, you might well say the newest one. I wouldn't say like the new because it's been out for a minute. But yeah, the newest one, I knew that one, and I knew like the first Ghostbusters. I didn't know that there was a second one, a reboot, Ghostbusters Afterlife in 2021, and then Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Hmm. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to check that out. Apparently, they got an order and how you're supposed to watch them. Yeah, apparently there's an order of how you're supposed to watch them. I don't know. Everybody got good footage off of that though, like good jokes over the years. Hey, I figure it like this: if it makes it to a cartoon, you did something for real. If you put out some kind of program and you make an animated version of it, it's gonna go somewhere. It really is. Especially this style if you put it out like that. That's why I say, yo, like even if you do a rap video with a cartoon style, that gives you something to work with. It really does. Especially as we improve like our model in house. We got motion added to it now. You know what I'm saying? So we're going from images to videos next. Right. So some of them that we already did, like bam. Some of the work might be like Brother Hurricane. He got a lot of little cartoon stuff, so shoot. That's the perfect example right there to give me like a starting base right there to start turning cartoons into, you know, right. And then at the same time, use that as a model to shape our models. So when we finally do put out the game after 5 years, we got all the development tools already in house. Right. See, some people don't see like a 5 year plan on making like a. I didn't say when we at 5 years we're gonna make a triple A game now, but we'll make something that's definitely competitive. Right. Everything else is gonna be on our website once we have that up soon too. Yeah. All the little games we've been showing you, little things, yeah, they're gonna all be like inside like a little brainchild arcade type shit. Might call it like Slim's Arcade or something. And just start putting them out there. Now, I probably won't cost nothing unless it's like server costs that come up down the line. But most of these, I made them to where they don't really cost nothing. Plus, we just went back on Monday and started in on incorporating our web app development and got touched back into that. So we're trying to get more browser applet support, jumping on. Same time we got my boy, salute my boy Sneak It. Coming from the UK, know what I'm saying? That man does soundscape and engineering. So, you know, he been helping me by making custom plugins and all kinds of stuff, getting that slim ball and sound really shaped. So, when we really ready to hit this, trust and believe I'm at that support team already there, right? Most of them might not be able to show up at functions, but hey, if we bring our devices and got our audience with us there to shoot, who against us? You feel me? Right? They forgot. They forgot during the virus and shit who was keeping their houses and shit rocking. Right at that time, we had platforms like Mixer. Right, Mixer started off sort of like YouTube. Right, except for at that time it was just like Mixer and then like my little channel. Right, people used to come to my channel all the time. Like, what the fuck is this? Why is there so many less people here? And you talking about playing nothing but lo-fi beats around the clock. And we're still averaging like mad people on a 24/7 cycle. Even had the big guys, Monster Cat, striking the shit out of my channel because they said, "Oh, this sounds similar to this track here," and I'm like, "Damn, it does sound similar to that track." But shit, I never even heard that track until y'all just pointed notice to it. Right, I never heard that track before. Right, some Canadian fucking company and shit trying to punch down. Oh well. Oh well, that just told me that we had a little attention and shit because we used to laugh about it inside the chats. Right, you talking about doing all that from an Xbox. Right, just had an Xbox that I sat in the corner and left that bitch on. Playing music around the clock, never turned it off. Y'all know how them game systems be, man. Shit. Hey, good fucking file components. Y'all better stock up on some of them old school shits before them fucking prices go back up. Mm-hmm. I just put my Dreamcast on eBay for a price quote yesterday, and they told me I can get upward to $500 for the model that I got. And you talking about I done had that game system for so many fucking years, just wrapped up in the fucking wraps, put inside of a box inside my shit and shit. Still good condition and shit. All right, man. That's why you take good stuff for your stuff. That's just like Pokemon cards. Right, I got Pokemon cards, you know what I'm saying? I got one card, I just sent it off, got it minute. It came back, got a grade 9 on it. You know what I'm saying? That card right now, put it online, like, man, that shit's worth about like $32,000 upwards. Right, I try to give people a shot at this shit. You know what I'm saying? 18,000. Right, they come with 18,000 shit, they can get that. They just got to find a buyer to get that higher end. I'm trying to cut out. Right. I done seen the influx of the fucking cards. Cards in good condition. The highest you can get is a 10. And now that they got the whole thing with the trading shit, you can't, they're trying to knock that shit down. Because they said the price is so high. Like, come on, y'all created the market, man. It works like that in any aspect of business, man. It doesn't matter whether it's the trading games, Pogs, Tops, Beyblades, digital stuff inside of a game that goes. Right. If it takes a while to get it and it has a value and you can put a value to it, it's going to get sold. Going to get sold. How do you think the gaming industry right now is like $100 billion industry, but then the hacking side of it, it is about a tenth of it. 100 mil to a billion. Easy. Easy. I know somebody selling right now mods for $2 for specific games and shit, and they average about a good fucking like 5,000 a month. Easy. No people that go to high end, 150 per item, and still clear about 25,000 a month. Then I got people that just blow up my DMs on the daily. Yo, Slim, can you do such and such? Right, I give you an estimate. Can you put down that percentage? Right, can you put down that percentage? Right, I'm already running it through and doing a projective number and shit. Like, shoot, we got a project right now in the works that's on the back end. I need to raise bread off of that to get that shit going. And this ain't no Kickstarter type shit. This is like some straight adult entertainment type shit in a way, right? So if we're hopping in that lane and shit, right? It gotta be something. Hey, if we hop in that lane, you gotta go all the way in, right? I mean, I'm gonna have to make something that's so filthy and shit to where we get invited to New York and shit for the motherfucking porn awards and shit. That's how filthy that shit has to be. I'm telling you. It's gonna hey, the chicks in the game gonna have to be so realistic and shit that when the guy's playing the game on the other side of the screen, he just can't take it. He just fuck. God damn, all over my keyboard again. Fuck. I put 3 socks over that motherfucker and still missed it. Oh shit. Oh man. I had 3 socks and still missed it. And you can't make it up. I done been on like a couple of these streamers channels and shit. And they don't have people like openly admit that they're sitting there listening to like these chicks talk porn talk and shit. And they'll say it in the chat talking about, oh, please don't stop. I'm so close and shit. Right. Hey, somebody went on whatchamacallit channel. I forgot what female channel it was, but that dude said he had been coming to that show and the last 3 days and he been getting some of his best nuts ever. Listen to them. Talk sex and shit. I said, what? Right, they banned him from the show. He came back with more accounts and shit. I said, ooh. Right, that's who you want in your audience, a super freak like that. He's gonna be the one that goes to work and then pass the shit off to his homie and shit, man. Bro, man, these chicks right here, dog. Sheesh. I was down and out, but boy, they helped me through. Call them the bomb squad. Let me stop before they think I'm talking about them. I know. I just did their little artworks and shit, right? Their manager might come for me. Don't come for me, lady. Don't come for me. I ain't did nothing wrong. I love all y'all. Right? I just wish that I could love all y'all back to back to back to back. I just ain't got enough stamina. I might need a break in between it. And right. I just want a whole line salute shout out and shit. Right, just like how Rick had it on Rick and Morty and shit. I want a football field line with all the hottest chicks and shit. Wearing these colors right here and shit. Wearing the t-shirt with my dad's face on that shit, know what I'm saying? And I want them all lined up so I can just go down and just pow, 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 pow. Or they just have to be content with one stroke each, you know? Right, I gotta make it all the way around the whole field and shit, you know? Some might be dry as shit, some might just have that motherfucking reverse and might not let go after that first one. So, you know, you sort of fighting to get out of it. It's like an octopus directors. Koyo Rame, she said, you're going to bring that here. You're not just going to give me one. You're not going to just give me one. Fuck all them bitches down there. I'm taking the rest of the line. My turn. I had to watch you hit the first 52 before it was my turn. No. She just grip on. Start turning into She-Hulk and shit. Like, God damn, unhappy woman. Give me that here. Oh, shit. You weren't hard, Jen. I think I was. No, you weren't. Oh, shit. God damn, I guess I wasn't. Fuck. Give me that. You're damn right. Hey, I like the one that be rough with it and shit, bro. I ain't saying that like it rough and shit, but the ones that are rough, right? I like when you tell her, yo, shut the fuck up, punch me in the face and shit. Right, she shuts the fuck up, punch you in the face and shit. Hell yeah. Hey, pull my hair and shit, right? You know, scratch up my back and shit. Right. Hey, I don't have to tell her to suck my toes and shit. You know, I keep my feet looking good, and they always painting on my toenails and shit with only clear. Hey, only the clear polish. You know, only clear. She gets to take it down and shit. You know, manicure me up. You know, they do my nails and shit too, time to time. You know, she put the little thing between your toes and shit. It be tickling and shit. You know, I got used to it to where you know I don't kick them in the face no more. Hey, it's a skill. It's really a skill, bro. When she's sitting there tickling your shit, it's hard to not fucking flick your foot and then hit her in her fucking nose and shit. I don't hit her chick in her fucking nose. Right. She got mad as shit, tried to run in the kitchen, grab the fucking skillet, and try to hit me with that shit. Right. I had to remind her of her place and shit, you know? Right. I went and grabbed the motherfucking taser that she had underneath the bed and shit, you know? At least I thought it was the taser and shit, you know? I turned it on and it started moving and shit, and then I realized that it wasn't the taser. It was a big ass fucking horse-sized motherfucking toy that was just moving around like, right, it was moving like that in my hand and shit, and I let it go and shit. Right, I don't know how I was gonna fight her with a moving goddamn fucking toy and shit, and she had the fucking spatula. But it made her laugh and she dropped the spatula and shit, you know? I would have been locked the fuck up, I'm telling you. Right. I thought it was the stun. Right. I thought it was the taser, bro. It was a fucking bro, that shit would look crazy. I looked at it for a second, it was like, and she like, what you gonna do with that? And I looked at it and was like, right. That shit was still on the bed, like, right, we're doing all kinds of shit. I didn't know if it was a fucking cow shit or what. It was just black and it looked like sort of like it was something foreign and alien, my boy, and it was on some kind of crazy black wine and shit, you know. I ain't trying to really, you know, I wasn't really trying to analyze it. It was just like, goddamn, like, you know, right. Even looking at that was like, yo, how the fuck? Right. It was like, how the fuck? She talking about she could take the whole toy. And I'm looking and saying, how the fuck are you taking the whole toy, but I can't get all the way the fuck in? And does the toy shrink or some shit when it goes in, or are you allowing it to go more? Like, goddamn, you making it seem like I'm killing the shit out of you and shit. Like I told you, I'm gonna try and break your circuits. It ain't like I faked it. What if I told her I'm gonna try and break your cervix? Right? You talking about F you and shit? Like, okay, that's what pops in my mind. She was utter fucking pain and shit, but I look down and you taking it as motherfucking ultimate pleasure and shit. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna try harder to give you more pain and shit. And you just down like, right. Then I see the light in your eyes and shit. I'm like, this bitch is fucking crazy as shit. She don't know that I'm hate fucking the living shit out of her. And she loving every fucking second. Right. I'm putting the punishment of the first man should have put on a woman and shit. And she's sitting there talking about, oh, Slim, oh, I love you and shit. And I'm like, bitch, I don't love you. You just a means to a purpose right now. Right. I'm about to push all this energy of mine into you and shit, and you're going to get the better end of it. Right. I'm just being satisfied for the moment and shit. You're about to be bouncing around like you just got shot up with perks and all the good drugs. Out here just shining like a goddamn fucking diamond and shit. Right. I'm going to need to recoup and get my energy back for about a couple hours and shit, know what I'm saying? Right. I done gave you too much good energy and you gave me back fucking bullshit. Right? What the fuck did I get out of it? You were unproductive, not doing a goddamn thing with your life. Right? But it be like that sometimes, man. It be like that sometimes. It sure do. And then you just look at it and be like, am I really better off bad by myself? Right. We all lead by ourselves. Everybody's entwined with the marriage and shit. You see how that's slowly declining nowadays. Right. It used to be the dream and shit. Marriage, ownership, family factor, the occasional pets and shit that piss you off, but you grow to love when they die, really, and shit. I'm hearing how Hollywood be like, shit, you really miss like your best animal and shit after they really gone. Right. You don't remember all the times they done got you pissed off and mad and having the discipline and all that shit. Right. You just forget all that shit. Right. I remember my dogs like, god damn, they gave me a whole bunch of fucking hellish days. You talk about first thing in the morning, waking up at like fucking 5 in the morning to get them outside so that I don't have to worry about picking up pissing shit or disciplining you and shit for pissing the shit. Cause that's right when you're waking the fuck up. And I know you need to go, so I gotta change my life schedule around that to a goddamn animal and shit. And I think what made it like that was when they gave the dogs my goddamn names that I picked out for them, and then put balling at the end of both their names. Right, you talk about going into the pet thing and it puts right there on the thing where it said father on the shit. Right, bro, they got actual fucking paperwork as if you're doing it for a live person and shit. When you go and you fucking get your dog chipped and shit like that, put it up in the system, they got their own individual number. They got a tracking chip to where you can find wherever the fuck they at. Right, they got a little number that's sort of like a social for their ass. One of my dogs, bam, she got picked up. She wound up going to another vet. So shit, that worked out good. I worked out good, so I helped somebody else out that needed a little dog and shit. You feel me? Right. Then the other one, I kept her. Right. I got her filed as a service animal. You talking about going to kennel clubs and shit. Bro, you talking about walking inside of a canine academy and shit with a pit bull. And the pit bull doesn't react at all to none of the canines after like the first 3 weeks. First week, my dog was barking at every goddamn dog. Second week, she was still trying to bark at every dog. And you talking about we had classes like twice a week and shit. Then I had my dog over at enrolled in, my dog and me classes, bro. I tell you, that dog was like my kid and shit, bro. My little fur baby. Like, bro, you talking about learning to show compassion for an animal and shit. And I think that was pretty good for me, because shit, at that point, every time I just seen somebody, was like, bitch ass motherfucker. For real. When I got out, first when I got out of the service, before I even did time and shit, I already seen everybody as fucking sheeps. Right. Then when I did time, I came back out and I really seen that everybody was just like super sheeps. Right? Everybody was pretty. Find that angle, you can squeeze anybody. Hey, squeeze anybody just cause. Just cause. Don't even have to be gang or nothing. You want something, get it. What they gonna do? Nowadays they try and shoot. You know? Right. These young crowd, they shoot. Right. They shoot, run them pockets. Right. Especially my homeboy shit, they all certified gang members, so shit, you know. He tell you to run that shit. You might want to run it. I'ma just look at you and just give you some advice. You might want to just give it up. Right? Cause they finna just stuff the shit out you and take it anyway. So, you know, save yourself the problem and shit. Most people just go ahead. Most of them get stuck the fuck out. At least you went down for your cost. It was frivolous, but you know. What, me, the problem started? Nah, bro, I'm not the problem starter. I'm usually the solution. Cause say if there's like something about to go down and shit, I got a homeboy that was trying. Right, it's like a race. Don't try and push me out the way before I push them out the way. I wanna be the first one to throw the punch. Usually I'm the guy trying to catch the first punch. So then when I beat you up now, it's logical. Because you actually hit me and now I can actually use self-defense to back up the shit. And now I got witnesses that were party to the shit. Oh, if I'm by myself, shit. Hey, you better not go tell nobody. Oh no, if it's a one-on-one or a simple pay, you better not go tell nobody. I'll feel bad for you going to tell somebody that you got beat up. Me, I'ma just wonder why the fuck you brought that on yourself. Right, I'm gonna be pondering that shit. The whole time while I'm doing it, I ain't even gonna be thinking about you even being there. I'm just thinking inside my head, why did this motherfucker do this shit to itself? Why? Why did they even bring this about themselves? Hey, ain't you supposed to leave shit that's hibernating and gentle and shit alone? Hey, they always used to say the silent guy was the guy that you had to look out for in the room. But you could never figure out what the fuck was on his. Right. Just sitting there. Just. Right. Told you it's always been like a dream that like inside my mind is like always music playing and shit. Especially like if I'm beating like in a course of violent act. It's like I'm beating somebody ass to a soundtrack. And the soundtrack is just so fucking fast. That bitch is running like fucking 240 BPM and shit. And I'm just rapping inside my head. I ain't even inside the body at the moment. I don't know who's on autopilot, but it's just like I'm inside my head like stomp him out, stomp him out, stomp him out, stomp him out, hit it, up in it, stomp a motherfucker out. What you waiting for? Stomp a motherfucker out. Stomp him, stomp him, stomp him out, kick him, stomp him. Right. It's just like inside the head, and then my body's trying to keep up with it and shit. Right. You ever just be like stumping somebody and you just missing and shit, but you just come in and start connecting with the punches and shit, and then everybody just looking like, man, y'all better get that man off of him and shit, man. He might kill this motherfucker. And then everybody just looking and shit, and you just got that one homeboy that's just like, man, that nigga slim, man. He'll slow down soon, I hope. Hey, I done had, hey, I done had one of my boys pull the gun on me one time, put that shit straight to my goddamn temple and shit, say, you hit him one more time and shit, I'ma have to bust you. Right, Logic kicked the fuck in. Right, I heard the shit go. He didn't even have to feel it. He didn't even have to feel it against the temple. But I knew it was there. And when I had looked down, right. When I had looked down, you know, I sort of was like looking. Right. It was like the haze and shit was going. I was looking at the result. It was like, damn. I don't know what hit put him to sleep. Don't know which one, but he was fucked up. His nose was definitely bloody. Right. Oh man, it wasn't even my bout. I wasn't even supposed to partake. That's the thing. I wasn't even supposed to be a participant of the function that went on. Apparently, that was supposed to be a sanction. Right? It was supposed to be somebody's sanction. I didn't know I was at the cookout in the backyard. Didn't know that was the spot where the sanction was jumping off. Happened to be over there at the cookout. My boy said, yo, park up and shit. Come chill with us and shit. Right? We all in the backyard and shit. Having the cookout. And then I noticed a change of shift. When they had them line up and shit. It was telling them the shit. Right? And they were running 31s. And I was catching the language and shit of DPs and shit like that. And apparently two guys got DP'd at the same time that day. So it was like, oh. Right. Plus the guy that had shot at me, he was there, so it was perfect. I was glad I was there. Yeah, man. I had the first night I got out the Marines and shit. I came home. Didn't have nowhere really to go at that time, you know. Crashed on my people's house on the couch. Somebody seen the TV come on that night, and they were so pussy. They had a 9mm. They ran up to the window and was running away from the window, busting shots. Lucky for me, the couch was too rough for me, so I had already put a pillow and shit on the floor. So I was camped out on the floor. So all the shots went through the fucking couch, through the window and shit, lit up the TV, the fan, and all kinds of shit. My people, they thought they heard gunshots. They came out checking on me and shit. Me, you know, I had just got back, not even like that long ago, from the club. Sauced the fuck up. Don't even know how I got back from Ocean City. Drunk as a motherfucker. I look at my people, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm good and shit. Now I push the button to turn the TV off, not noticing that the TV's fucked up, got a bullet in it. Lay back down and shit. I'm wondering what the fuck is going on and shit. I'm rubbing my goddamn cheek and shit, trying to figure out what the fuck going on. I got shards of glass cutting the fuck out of me. Like, damn, yo, I need to really shave this shit. Fuck. You know, I was on the shave every day type shit. I go ahead and I'm like, the fuck? Look up at the light and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Did they put a graphic on the window? Oh, hell nah. Bro, I ran back to the room and shit, check, make sure my people were good and shit. Went inside my little safe and shit that I had inside my sister's shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I still had, can't confirm it, but I already had me some firearm when I already came back. I already had me a little AR-15, and I still had my AK-47 that I had recovered back from Iraq anyway, sitting back in mail. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right. Right, I grabbed my shit. My brother, he came out, he grabbed his motherfucking shotty and shit, and his pistol. Man, we went, you talking about niggas on the prowl. We got inside my sister's little green Honda Accord and shit. Lord Green Hyundai Accord, bro. You talking about scouring the city. Scouring the fucking city. Trying to figure out who the fuck orchestrated that dumbass shit. Same time, while we're getting out there and shit, we smoke a blunt. First time ever smoking weed. And you got a motherfucker that just came back from war, high off some weed and shit, and just got shot at. Oh my gosh. Bro, you talking about fucking for like 2 weeks and shit. Me just out there every night, you know? We didn't find the guy that first night. I didn't give up. I called my boy up. We went as far up to Virginia. I took Xboxes, all kinds of shit. Man, nigga, I hit all my boys up and shit. I pulled together like $7,000 like that night and shit. Was owing everybody big cash and shit, but I knew, man, once I get on the game, I can clear that, you know what I'm saying? But man, we put money out up in Virginia and everywhere and shit. Yo, you happen to see this nigga right here, give us a call. I didn't find that nigga until 2 weeks later and shit. 2 weeks later. At that motherfucking barbecue. Well, all I knew was right when I seen that dude and it started going down and shit, and they put him in the middle. All I see, man, I didn't see him, bro. I seen him as an Iraqi nigga for real, yo. Man, that's all I remember was him as an Iraqi nigga, though. I remember him as a town head motherfucker, and then I was just beating the shit out of this motherfucker, though. It was it was gonna be no tomorrow for that guy, yo. If they didn't interfere, it wasn't gonna be no tomorrow for that guy, dog. I would literally kill that motherfucker. Literally. I done had incidents like that shit. Dude thought he was so hard and shit, older than me and shit. Thought he'd show up with his homeboys to my house and shit. You want to bring a whole set of blood niggas to my house and shit. I'm chilling in the backyard. They don't know that I got the foxhole back there and shit. I'm looking at the camera in the front yard. I see where y'all niggas pulled up. That's why I slipped out the back, right up inside that shit when y'all came up. I went around the house with flashlights, seeing that the house was dead, and then piled back off. Right when I came back up to the ground, nigga, shit, I called my uncle up, met him down at the motel. This nigga was putting on all kinds of shit, nigga. You talking about brass knuckles and like 5-6 layers of fucking sweaters and shit. Right. But my uncle, you gotta think, this man did 17 years institutionalized. This man come up with some of the craziest stuff because it's heat of the moment. This man's talking about meet us at the gas station and shit. Telling all them to meet us at the gas station. And he's talking about we're gonna all die together and shit. Because he's gonna blow my car up and blow the gas pump and we all just gonna go to hell together and shit. I'm like, at first we're like, yeah, we're gonna kill the fuck out of these niggas. What we ended up doing was, I let Unc take over my ride and shit. Unc spun the block 2 times. We came pulled up right there. I thought Unc was going to stop. Right. I thought he was going ride by on some drive-by shit. Hell no. Unc stopped right in front of their motherfucking house. I clapped 2 magazines, 30 round, 5.56 inside that man's house with his motherfucking mom in there, the fucking kids in that bitch. I didn't give shit. I didn't give a fuck. Really didn't give a fuck. You talking about the blood niggas that were out in the back of the porch and shit? Them niggas took off running, jumping across the porches, right across the fence. Some come running out straight across in front of the car and shit, hoping they ain't getting shot, running to the other house, talking about, oh, I'm gonna go grab my shit. Nigga, you ain't got nothing. I know you ain't got nothing. I've been around here too long chilling with y'all. No, none of y'all got nothing. Even when I brought my shit around the first time, you were like, oh, shit, man. You gotta let me hold that one time. Fuck am I let you hold my motherfucking rifle for? You seen it in full effect when I came around that motherfucker. Hey, even then, for this dude to be a big time blood bounty hunter from out of fucking Fort Worth, Texas and shit, this nigga called the police on me. Called the police on me, told him that I shot his mom's house up and shit. They dropped the shit out of my name. You talking about everybody in the family dropped my name on the shit. Them motherfuckers got me 189 days up at the motherfucking psych ward. You talking about they coming at my house 3 in the morning and shit, kicking in my fucking door, slamming me to the ground. Right. Putting me inside of a jacket and shit. I'm bouncing around in the fucking living room and shit, trying to get out of the motherfucker and shit. And then now they gotta come put me inside of a fucking little thing with the medical shit, strapping a nigga the fuck down and shit. Like, well, oh, sir, we'll sedate you if we got to and shit. Man, fuck you. Hey, fuck y'all. You're on private property and shit. You trespassing. I got every right to defend myself. Right, the first cop that came in, shit, I hit tossed that nigga. Got right on top of him. The other one come in, shit. They ran my record and shit. Come find out, oh, okay, well, he's a vet and he got combat and all this shit. And, oh, well, he got prior shit out in there and all this shit, you know, right. It did say on his paperwork, you know, he is prone to hostile intent, you know, or homicidal tendencies and shit, you know. Right. Smack all these negative labels on you, boy. Right. Any given time, the motherfuckers should feel that I'm being too excited. That's the word that they use, excited. They can say, oh, he's too excited. I told you, Leo watches my shit. I believe it, so. Right, Leo watches my shit from time to time. They got to try and get a gauge of where my temperature and my demeanor is, so they don't have them randomly come knock on the door while I'm doing a stream and shit, and then try and blame and say, oh, yeah, this is the health and welfare inspection. Bitch, I never asked for your civil service to be volunteered to me. You volunteered to do that shit to me. I'm going to tell you straight like I tell you every other time. Go fuck yourself. Right. You wasting somebody else's taxpayer money to come regard yourself with what I got going on when I ain't even got nothing going on for you to even goddamn be paying attention to. Ain't there other purposes that you can go out and fucking do? Right. Then y'all say some kid got lost earlier today and shit. Right. Go find that motherfucking kid and shit so we don't see him in the Walmart as a statistic on the fucking side of the wall. Missing. Last seen. Like, come on, man. I hate seeing shit like that. You walk in a Walmart, you see a missing board. And it's like, damn, we got all these motherfucking police and shit. It's always light skinned, right? It's always black kids. Let's keep it real. It's always black kids. Right. They getting shipped off to what other countries and shit. You know what it is. Right. Some fucking billionaire motherfucker got a whole factory of them or some shit, piping them up because he likes them young and shit. Right, he can't get his rocks off with older women and shit. You know, he needs to. Right, he got to be the flower guy. You know, stick ass fuckers. Bad shit. They put out a statistic in my city and shit, bro. They saying fucking 7 to 9-year-old is conceiving children. It's like what? What? Damn, women, y'all matured that fast to where you can push a baby out at that age range and shit. Like, what the fuck? Damn. What did they put in the fucking water to make y'all fucking bloom like that? They obviously had to. Hey, they obviously had to. Like, shit. Like, bro, they had a news report and shit talking about a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old missing for like 2 weeks, and they just finally found them and shit at a motherfucking Motel 6. I said it took you that long to find it after they done stole the boy's mom's fucking credit card and shit. But the boy's mom, you know, she ain't really the mom of the boy and shit. You know, she done left the boy with like the card and shit, and you know how they do like little distant parents and shit through the smart house and shit talk to you from time to time. Right, stand in front of the camera when you want to talk to me and shit. 'Cause you know our careers. Right, we ain't putting the career on hold for your ass. You know, just go ahead and be rich and shit. You know, right? Man, they hit his ass. They hit his ass with statutory rape and shit. I said, what? Oh, what? Oh, okay. I guess so. I guess so. You know, you got teachers that are like 26, 27 and shit right now that are fucking 14, 15-year-olds and shit on the news too, you know. Right. I figured at that time of age, you know, like shit. I wish I did have some teachers to book. Right, some teachers going wild like that. Like, god damn. Right, I used to have a badass Spanish teacher and shit. Like shit, we used to always talk about who would crack her one day. Like, god damn. Right, I had to wait fucking like 12 years later for that to occur. Right, seeing this fucking Spanish teacher inside the bar and shit one night, man. Right, seen her in the bar one night and shit. Bought her about like 4 rounds of tequila shop. Her and her homegirls and shit. And she whispered in my ear, talking about, I always wanted you and shit. And at that point, shit, I made my goddamn move. Shit, let's get out of here. Right, you got a spot where we can't be disturbed. Shit, woman, I got a whole motherfucking house and land and shit. Fuck you talking about? Right, you ever howl at the moon? Right, I like hearing my name howled at the moon. Right. Oh, you just did a howl? Yeah. Let's make your fantasies true. Shit, you ain't gotta worry about me going back telling anybody. Shit, we grown. Hell yeah. Miss El Grande Garcia, boy. Whoo! Talk about my Spanish teacher, boy. I had her for Spanish level 1, Spanish level 2, and when I got to high school, she transferred over to the high school and shit, know what I'm saying? That's why I told her, I said, shit, we could have been doing that since high school. You feel me? Shit. Right. That woman cooked a mean ass motherfucking plate and shit. You know, hey, she used to hook me up with some extra shit after lunch. Right. Come in there, got the dips and the nacho and the sauce and shit, boy, man. Right. See, I would have never told on her. I never would have. Oh, nah. I would have had a whole woman right there way earlier than what I did. Right. It took me till I got to 19 before I had a 49-year-old woman and shit that had kids and shit. And had her kids in line and shit. Know what I'm saying? Right. Got that first cougar, boy. Oh, man. I lost myself with that one. Oh man, you get a chick that just lets you get it around the clock anytime you want it. You know, you cock about 100, right? You get hard about 120 times a day and shit. And she was just down for that action on the weekend, right? You just got done and shit. She thought she was done, right? Give it a couple minutes, shorty, and bam, I'm right back at it again. Let's go, craftmatic with it. Right, the ones that are fun, she just leave from the bed, go to the shower and shit, go to the living room and shit. Right, got that little carpet thing that you bought her for Christmas and shit, cause it looked like a little barrel on the ground and shit. Right, it's as close as you can get the bear, but not it ain't bear, but it's as close as you can get the bear. Right, then lay her out on that motherfucker and shit. Right, you know, yeah, girl, grab that bear mouth right there. Yeah, it's hybrid. Oh. You know, ooh, you know, shit. Ooh, some of y'all getting hot around the collar. God damn, boy. Shit. Them good times, I'm telling you, boy. Shit. I need to write me a book. I know I need to write me a book of my what they call them shit, text capades and shit. I gotta write a book on this shit. And then I gotta need right. I need the women to come in for the commentary to read the chapters that I write for you. And each one is like a different woman. So I can have so many voices and shit. Right, but I can't let them be all in the same room at once and shit. Cause it might turn into a whole convention. Right. What was that movie that they had? Romeo Must Die or Jake Must Die or something, where all them women came together and they were trying to kill that one guy and shit. Right. I can't have them come together like that. They still adore me to an aspect. Just to believe. You know, hey, maybe inside the Facebook, hey, on the Instagram, right. Hey, I still love y'all from afar. I do, every single one of you. Right. It's like we had our own personal relationships at times and it just fell through. Right. I could have probably made it a little better. I could have probably not hurt your feelings. You know. I try not to hurt them, but shit, y'all be spiteful with some of them words that y'all be saying sometimes, man. What? Y'all just know how to dig deep. Dig deep. I know I don't have to like to try and bring your trauma back on you and play it as a card sometimes. It's like I'm shooting low, punching real low. And I'm already supposed to be like above you. Right, I'm already above you and you're already like right here. You're right there at my cross level and shit. I'll pick you up from time to time and shit. Hey, most cases is like that, bro. You ever had a chick that's just like an addict? Right, you ever met a chick that's an addict and her energy ain't matching yours at the time and shit? Right, and she needs, and you just ain't on that speed at that time? Right. Hey, I done been with some women that are what's the word? Grapers. Right, I've been with some women that are grapers. Right, you tell her no, she ain't taking that. Nah, she gonna take it. Right, she just waits till you go to sleep. Right, and she know when you go to sleep, you less reactive and shit, and you might sleep through it. But she gonna get it. Oh, you wake up, you super wet. Right, wondering. Right, you hurry up, jump up real quick, go to the bathroom, hoping you didn't, piss yourself by mistake. Right, trying to have a recollection of what way it might have occurred. You remember going to sleep and you were dry. You know. Right. Hey, you be clueless for a while with shit until she just comes out and just tells you. Right, she comes out and just tells on herself and shit. Like, you what? You didn't wake me up? Who am I supposed to go tell? Right, who am I supposed to go tell about this? Right, see, if I did that to you, then you would have went and told, and I got in all kinds of trouble and shit. Like, damn, it doesn't work the other way around. Don't say I didn't do it. Right, I just wanted to wait to know that I was getting it. Right, wake me up to let me know I was getting it. Don't let me sleep through it. I don't know. Hey, sometimes you just do. Some of them just got some of that fire. Man, she got that fire. She learned all kinds of magic spell words, this shit, boy. And she just gets to going and doing that little melody that she does. And your eyes just go like this, and you're just like, right, it feel like your eyes are going in the back of your head, your toes start to curl just a little bit, like, God damn. Boy, she goddamn working for this motherfucking prize, God. Damn, I hope she wins this motherfucking. Ooh, and then you just happen to drift into a snap. Right, you happen to drift into a nap and then she just smacks the shit out of you and then you wake up like, huh? What? What happened? Motherfucker, you know what the fuck happened and shit? Nah, like, what happened? You don't went to sleep and I'm right here sitting there and you got your shit all up in my mouth and shit and you went to sleep and shit. girl is feeling good. Shit, it happened every time. Goddamn shit. Make it not feel so good then. Shit. I told you I'm gonna take a nap. Fuck. I was in here to take a nap anyway. You wanted to come fool around like goddamn. What did you think was gonna happen? Oh, well, you a motherfucking asshole. That's the last time I'm doing it. Okay. Yeah, wait till I wake up from the nap and I come in there and I sit next to you on the couch and you want to sit there and spoon and shit. And I just happen to put your head on my lap and shit. And the first thing you do is just, oh, it's time to play. And I'm like, God damn, I was trying to like watch this movie this time. Like, damn, it's only the 12th time the movie's been on the goddamn TV. I done missed it every goddamn time. I make it to a certain point and then I done drifted off. Sometimes I drift off for shit. She gets you to that point to where it's like, yo, you gotta stop playing like shit. I got to hit this now. Right, I knew what your intention was. Shit. You got me worked up. Get your ass up in that room, girl. Matter of fact, bring that ass back. Come on. Do that thing I like. Right, what you call that shit? The cowgirl reverse? Right, do that shit I like. There you go. Grab that end table right there. There you go. Oh shit. Let me see you bounce it a little bit. There you go. Shake that shit. Come on, you were just doing all that dancing shit when you were cooking dinner earlier. Right, you were shaking that ass and all kinds of shit, popping it, dropping it to the floor and shit. Right, you were doing all that shit when cooking the food. Right. Gave me a good ass porn show while cooking the food. Why you ain't doing it right now? Huh? You should be able to dance better when you're feeling good. Right. I know it's a big load to take on, but shit. Come on. Let me show you how to work. Right. Rock that here. Rock that. Yeah. Throw that shit like that. Girl, what you doing? That ain't the way we do it. You throw it the opposite way. Right. Throw that shit counterclockwise. Oh yeah, there you go. You know the way I like it. There you go. Come here. Come here. Why you always leaning away from me and shit? Bring that shit back. Yeah. Yeah. Let me play with them. Yeah, let me play with them gumdrops and shit. I'm trying to get a drink. I'm getting sort of cotton now. Right. I need me a drink and shit. Let's get you lactating a little bit. Right. Hey, it's always crazy when she don't know that she can lactate and you make it happen and shit. They look all embarrassed and shit. Like it's your fault. Girl, you enjoying it and shit. You don't know how your body operates. Let me be your tour guide. All right, let me be your tour guide. What up with you, Benny? What's good with you? All right, let me be your tour guide and shit and show you how this thing supposed to go the way it's supposed to move. So when you touch this and it does that and it makes and when she makes this sound, hey bro, I'm telling you, it's like playing Operation and shit, yo. Remember the game Operation with the little buzzer and shit? Right, you gotta know how to play like that. You gotta know where to hit the spot at and then dodge hitting the walls the whole time while getting to the spot. Right, it's like playing hula hoop. Right, it's like playing hula hoop, except for you control the jump, the swing, and the rope. Test drive. Oh man, take her for a test drive. You can go for a ride, baby. I want to take you on the road today. Hey, yo, we also got that video if y'all missed it earlier on the channel, though, saying, right, the verses or through Complex and all them, or sponsored by Apple Music. Yeah, B2K versus Pretty Ricky. I think Pretty Ricky had that. B2K, they inspired them, you know. So hey, they still got it. Marion, shit, you know, he's still out here making music. Right? He's still making music. They got that new drop that dropped tonight. Right? We'll probably do a remix off of that sometime this weekend. Yeah, give it a listen. I already got it. Yeah, I got Apple Music. Yeah, I already got it. Ain't really that much. Couple dollars. Well, I think it was like what, $3. Oh well, record. Hey, cheaper than how records used to cost. Shit, you go bargain hunting now. Shit, some people hey, they know what, especially in my city, they know me. Right, I can't get cheap records no more. They know me. Hey, after a while, man, they know you when you go crate hunting. They know. Oh, indeed, they know. Try to get that vinyl sound, vinyl on wax. I told you we about to send some stuff off, some of my records. Get them put on wax. I want to see what it sounds like. It's nothing like wax sound, man. Right? Imagine house party on wax, bro. I'm telling you, it'll probably be boosted so much more. So much more. But we want the hey, Boomer. Right. Let's get us an album. Get us enough for a good quality album. We'll send that off, get on wax. And plus, the person that would do it, man, they got so many credits out there for Platinum Max, Gold X. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. It could probably go down. Probably go down. I'm not saying hey, everything has a shot. After that, sometimes what they always say, the attempts that you never take, you failed already. Right. We got 6 strikes with Cartoon Network with 10 pending applications and shit. Hey, them 10 can get striked out, and then we get moved on to Roku anyway by us building our own thing on there. And we know the sky the limit, man. I've only ever been 37,000 feet. Right. We still adding on to the bucket list, bro. Right. I want to jump inside that Jeff Bezos flight thing one time, man. That's what, 100,000? They go up in space for an hour? Bro, a live stream up in space, that would be something different. I ain't seen nobody else do it. You know, possibilities are endless, man. But coming from the padded room, I am your host, the real Slim Ballin'. And we're going to sign out on GBA Radio. Till next time, folks, open panel. Let's get it.